All right, I think we are ready to begin at last. We are, nope, I lied. So I got one itty bitty tiny thing I gotta do here. But we are very nearly ready to begin Smashing Tea, because apparently I cannot get enough of these stupid tea Pokemon. Windowed. Minor adjustment there. And I guess right there is fine. And let's snooze that, dismiss. My dude, you just escaped this hell. Why are you walking right back? Look. Because apparently I don't hate myself enough. So here we are. Oh, I have one more thing I gotta do. Go ahead and connect the iPad. There we go. So, in case anyone didn't get to see it, last stream we did finally get the Shiny Poltergeist. Unfortunately, it was the counterfeit version. But ironically, that made me like my original authentic Luxury Ball one even more, so I decided to keep it and consider that a successful hunt. Is sparkling Earl Grey in a different ball really worth this? Listen. Probably not. But we're going to do it anyway. Anyway, so we got this beauty here. A viewer request, a redemption of my feeble attempt at the "it's been 3,000 years" meme. But there it is. There's my stupid face crying over this stupid tea. As if I still had long, curly hair. But give it a few weeks and they'll be back. Don't worry. On the side here, we have a fruit and yogurt parfait. Greek yogurt, strawberry, blueberry, and toasted almonds. Anyway, we're back here to smash teas. And as you can see, I decided to finally get a stupid counter going. I don't have the portable number pad on my side here because my store lied. They did not have it in stock. But I ordered one. It'll be here tomorrow. My God, my hair looks ridiculous. It'll be here tomorrow. So we will be using that. And remember, these first three surrounding me don't count. These are pre-mapped, predetermined. I've already hunted authentic forms. So the subsequent spawns had a 50% chance of being authentic forms. So those are the ones we are counting towards the hunt. We're starting as if we are at 0. Because I honestly can't be bothered to go back and count from the past VODs. It's still beautiful, but I'm not convinced you're crying. Do it. Fuck, I can't read. It still is beautiful, but I'm not convinced you're not crying due to it being the wrong teacup. Look. That's the target. That's Poltergeist. That's what we were hunting for. The Sinistee is what it evolves into. I'm happy with that. So. Don't know what to tell you, buddy. Anyway. So, that is the first one down. And hopefully. Nope. So we already move on to the next one. So yeah, I do have a counter going here. But you're still hunting. This is a different hunt. That was Poltergeist. This is Sinistee. Two different Pokemon. Oh, that should be 0. I'm sorry. That's a Nidoran. Moving on. Not a great way to start. We've failed 2 coin flips here. We're going to call this the return of Imakuni. And as you can see, I am significantly later getting started tonight than I originally planned. During this morning stream, I said I wanted to be up by 10, no later than 11, and it's a quarter after midnight. Look, man, I was tired. I slept good, and I don't regret it, yo. All right, so here's a T. So this is not, so we're going to bump that meter up by 1. I might need a skeptical emote. Look, the Catherine emote, the cat emote is... I'm pretty sure... Hold on. Am I crazy? Is that not named Skeptical? Let me just check so I'm not full of shit. Hold on, that's not right. I'm pretty sure that's literally named Cat Skeptical. Where is my viewer rewards emotes? Okay, fine. It's seriously, but still. I think on my iPad it's named Skeptical. Let me see. Let me check. File. Open. Unfortunately, I can't show you this part because I do have some projects that are under NDA and others that could get my account banned. So, extrapolate from that what you will. Projects, Switch. Okay, now I can show. Okay, so it's actually named Annoyed. So I guess you're right. I do need a skeptical one, don't I? Well, that's actually the very low res one. Let me check something. Hold on. Let me check something. Turn this back off. Where is... I have the original higher resolution. Where is it? Twitch emotes 512. Hold on, there it is. Twitch emotes 512. Go ahead, open that, please. Turn that back on. So, this is love. Cat. No, it's still named seriously. Okay, fine. You were right. I was wrong. So maybe I do need to make a skeptical emote. I'm not sure how I'd go about that. Annoyed is a great emote. It just doesn't quite get the emotion across. Listen, I just gotta think. I'll come up with something. I still gotta come up with your silly raccoon, your custom raccoon. Anyway, that's Industry number 1. I apologize. Talk about chewing. That's disgusting. You know how I feel about that, but starving. That wasn't going to delay the stream to cook, so. You know, here's what I might do, Garrett, just for you. I might take your little custom, do you remember the little custom amiibo card that we made you? That's a neat ramp, damn it. That's a reset. With your little custom artwork of Robin. I might put her pigtails on a raccoon and make that the emote just for you. I'm sure I still have the artwork somewhere, and if not, you can send it to me. Hey, listen, your art was beautiful. I loved it. Unfortunately, I don't have the program to do it. The cards on... I mean, I still have the printer. It's in my closet right there. Well, right there. You can't really see where I'm pointing. Actually, it's more like that way, but... I still have all the equipment to make those cards. I forget, was yours a sticker, or did I print yours directly? Because I can print the amiibo cards directly now. I've been able to do it for a few years, but the program I use to do the graphics is on my old laptop, which is sitting right underneath this one. There's 2. So I could always hunt out, fish out your art and reference it for the raccoon. And listen, your art cannot be worse than this, okay? Or this ungodly thing. I mean, just look into those eyes. All right, so that's moving on. Unfortunately, I can't hear the gameplay. Well, I could if I really wanted to. That's number 3. Because Hans, being the awful cat he is, decided he was going to hunt down my earbuds and shoot them to bits. I don't know how he always manages to find them. No matter how well I hide them. Your Esper art would make a good low-res traumatized. You know what? Based. Honestly based. Shoot, do I do that? shoot, do I do that? Just take his head here, crop it, and then color it? Yo, do I do that? Garrett, you secretly evil genius. I love you. Nope. Mm-mm. Not while I'm eating. Get down. Especially not while I'm eating. That drives me nuts. Five. You know what? I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Let's finish this battle first, and then I'll. Is that T? No, we gotta reset. Okay. So I'm thinking. Turn this back on. Where is that ugly, horrific Imakuni? Oh no! Oh no! I cut off my boys! Oh no! And I don't think I can fix that. Hold on. Shoot. Can I? They're forever lost! Oh god! Okay, well, we learned to live with it. Poor Psyduck. I was wondering if maybe my Imakuni sketch would be worth turning into an emote, but I don't think so. Because I already have this emote with a different character. But I do think you're a genius about this Esper traumatized emote. I think that's happening. Sorry. I gotta remember that it's not one-to-one what I'm seeing and what you're seeing. There we go. But yeah, I like that idea. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but I'll definitely work on that. Man, I only cut in 2 strawberries into this parfait, but they're big. Good strawberries, though. Good strawberries. I wonder how that got cut off. It must have been when I resized the canvas. I just wasn't paying attention. That's a neat round. Now my goal is to go until 4 a.m. Damn it, Craig. I'm getting some awful coin flips here. My goal is to go to 4 a.m. Unfortunately, Thursday, because I streamed so late on that failed hunt, I didn't get around to doing any of my normal routine, including my nightly walk, and I just can't afford to start skipping those. So, and my mustaches. There we go. So at 4 o'clock, I do have to stop so I can go do that. And then I got to, I did my grocery shopping like I said I would this morning. But I haven't done the actual meal part, the meal prep part of the meal prep. So I need to, god dang it, Nidoran. What happens when you find the shiny right away? We celebrate. We celebrate and we move on to Deoxys and Partner Cat Pikachu. Which I do not have the counter set up for, but we will figure it out. I mean, I have the counter set up. I just don't have the overlay for it set up. Actually. Where is my tool file? I'd have to move these a little bit. I'd have to do something like this. I'd have to put them in a group. We'll call that hunts 2. Do this, do that. We need to resize both so they're not taking up so much real estate. Probably something like that. And then we would need to add I wasn't sure if the stream would end. No, we're not gonna end early. We're just gonna move on to the next thing. We go text, we go D hunt for Deoxys. Leave that as it is for now. There we go. Text, we call that P hunt. Leave that as that is for now. And then we would transform, fit the screen, we'd resize D hunt to be like right here-ish. Shoot, come back here. Something like this. Sorry, I know you can't see what I'm doing. So this is really stellar and riveting streaming. But give me just a moment. Now the problem is, and I have to figure out how to do this. Shoot, I'll do that. I would have to figure out how to get these counters to tick individually. All right, now we go properties. I read from Deoxys. Do that, and then we go properties. Read from partner. And now let's see what I tick up. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I don't have, shoot, hold on. Go down. I need to figure out a way to separate those. So it doesn't do both. Where's my dual hunt screen again? I keep losing this thing. There it is. Then we go partner. Read from file. And why are you there? Hold on, what is this? Remove that blank one. Nope, shit, I didn't mean to do that. I'll try this again. Deoxys, I meant to edit you, not delete you. Deoxys. Read from file. And there we go. We twiddle with the colors and all that stuff, but and then we could just increment like that. But see the thing, oh wait. Right, you have to manually select which is which. That's kind of annoying. Is there, can I tab between the two? No, that's annoying. So I'd have to manually do that. Is super annoying. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I'd have to figure that out, and I'll figure that out off stream, so I'm not wasting all this time here. But that is what that hunt will look like once I get it set up. Oh, make sure I got my T selected. Honestly, I'm glad you're hunting Sinistea instead of going for another Poltergeist right now. I was worried it was killing you and you feel up. Look. In another timeline, that's precisely what happened. There's a T. Up one. The only problem with this yogurt, fruit and yogurt parfait is I got the almonds in it. And my gums still haven't fully, a month later, my gums still haven't fully healed from the surgery. I got this chunk of almond that's stuck in one right now, and it doesn't hurt, but it's super annoying, and I can't dislodge it with my tongue. And my water's still too cold to like swish it around without pain. So I just gotta hope it works its way out. That is 3 not Sinistea, so we reset. You know, I was pretty mad and devastated at first about that Poltergeist. The whole hunt made me mad, right? But, and I was devastated for a few minutes about the counterfeit before I realized, actually, it's perfect. But I'm going to be pretty devastated if, when we do finally get a shiny, if it's the counterfeit form. Actually, I was thinking about this as I went to bed earlier. I don't think we can stop at, shit, why is that so? Okay, it doesn't matter, just move it down a little bit. Oh, that's locked, that's why. Move that down just a little bit. There. What was I saying? Oh, so we can't stop, I don't think, at just the authentic Sinistea. Because we got both forms of the Poltergeist, the Sinistcha, I think we have to get both forms of the Sinistea. I think. But fortunately, the counterfeit form for that is infinitely easier to get. I could just moss it a breed for that. Which I probably won't. I'll probably just do hunting like this. But I don't have to set up for an authentic, which is much rarer. I can just hunt normally. Will you be using your unremarkable Sinistcha? Yes, as a matter of fact, it's already built. It's already in. Would you like to see it? Yes, but not now. That's fine. I'm already in it. It'll take me all of 2 minutes. Actually, real quick, let's organize by dex number, and descending is fine for these purposes. So this is Toxic Tea. This is one I originally got in the luxury balls, you can see. This is specifically built for VGC, so doubles. This is Toxic Tisan. In the Dusk Ball. This is the unremarkable. Oh, actually, I hate that it says unremarkable. I feel so bad. This is a singles build, and it's quite a bit different. It's a calm minding build, so I got 2 different ones to use for 2 different purposes, and I like that. I like having 2 different. That way it means I don't have to respec this one every time I want to use it for something different. So that's pretty cool. And it's got the heat proof because in singles, obviously, hospitality is worthless. So that is the unremarkable, accidentally successful tea. Yeah, listen, we all make mistakes, okay? But this is the failed but accidentally correct shiny hunt. And it's in Champions, it's ready to go. Anyway, back to what we were doing. And this is my last bite of yogurt. So pants. Let them lick that clean if they want to. Oh, you get behind the whole time. You bud. Hey, bud. Yeah, that's some yummy yogurt, isn't it? For the record, Chobani is my favorite brand of yogurt. It's delicious. It's like the perfect consistency. I don't like it too thick or too runny. It's like perfect. Just perfect all around. That being said, I am particular about what kind of yogurt. Like, it has to be either plain or vanilla. I don't like any of the pre-mixed fruit flavors. It just doesn't taste right. Definitely cut your own fruit into your yogurts, people. Man, now I feel like that 9's too far down. Come back here. There we go. That looks better. That's better. Let me see something real quick. Down. Okay, it shifts slightly. That's all I care about. Actually, I should just future-proof this right now. I should just future-proof you right now, put you down here. There, that's a little bit better. Because once it goes into the triple and quadruple digits, I'm obviously going to have to move it out of the way again. And this way, it's already out of the way. Man, I can really... Sorry, I know it's disgusting seeing me root around in my mouth like that, but... I got to, damn it. That's so much better. No, I won't be fidgeting with it this whole stream. I really wish that particular Synesty, oh, that's a new rank, wasn't the glowing one, because it's kind of annoying how to deal with that you got watts after every single battle. Didn't we just have an ad break? Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I know I keep getting distracted here, but that is ridiculous. Can I... Stream manager. Nope, not what I wanted to click. Go away. Ads. How often do I have? 5 minutes per hour? Can I really not lower this? Run a 1.5 minute ad every 18 minutes? That is crazy often. Alright, let's try that. How do I disable pre-roll ads? Can I not? Run 3 minutes of mid-roll ads per hour? Isn't that what I'm doing now? It's on 5 minutes, so why can I not disable mid-roll ads? It's... I don't know. I will have to look at it. I keep saying I'm going to come back and do this, and I need to actually do it. All right, anyway, what are we doing? We already counted this one. But I'm just getting tired of seeing that, the ad notification. I'm like, if I'm getting tired of seeing it, viewers must be getting tired of seeing ads. No, I can't really do that either. If I do that, then I can't reach the counter. Shoot. When I'm shining, I like to just sit back in my chair, recline, and relax, but I can't. Well, hello, Sir Henry. Well, hello, I love Big Mac. How are you doing? Second stream of the day. That's super awesome to see you back again. Oh, that's not one of them. That's right. It's 6:30 a.m. for me, so I just got out of bed. Oh, wow, you're quite a bit ahead of us. You are 6:30. That's... Are you in the Netherlands? Well, 6:42. That is a T. Well, close. I'm from Switzerland. I knew it was in that general area somewhere. I have a friend who lives in the Netherlands, and if I recall correctly, they're about 6 hours ahead of us. Somewhere around that ballpark. So what do you have going on at first thing in the morning where your first choice is to get on Twitch and watch me stream? Because that's kind of a baffling choice if you ask me. You know, Garrett, you've got that emote idea stuck in my brain now. I can't stop thinking about it. Where is Twitch emotes? Let's... I know, I'm getting distracted again, but I just need to crop your fat head real quick. Edit, copy, Twitch emotes. Let's do a new folder. Did I not just knock you out? Layer settings, we're going to call you Trauma, because you're right, that's a great name. Let's see if I can get it thrown together real quick, and I can get it in the channel right away. And then I will update it for better. That does not belong there, that belongs there. Alright, now... But let's not fall behind on the actual hunt. So I have devastating news on the emotes drawing front. I somehow lost my drawing glove, and it has been devastating for me. It makes it... I'm gonna get dressed and stuff now. I'll just learn from it. Hey, I appreciate that. Do whatever you gotta do, man. Have a good one. So I lost my drawing glove. And it makes it super annoying to draw on my iPad because, you know, your palm interferes with it and you actually make marks. Like you can see all over the canvas. And so I had to order a new one, but it won't be here until... Actually, I think it'll be here tomorrow. But still, I've been without it for 4 days now. And that's... I'm right in the middle of a sketch for one of my novel characters. Actually, I can show that one off. It's SFW. It's safe for work. Hold on. File. Oh, studio open. Yeah, she's cute. I can show her off. Where are you? EA. Nope, not that one. That one's not safe for work. Open up Bree. Hey! Excellent streak. Nice. Garrett, you're paying attention. Was this my 15th encounter? I got distracted. So I can't finish this piece yet because I don't have my glove. And so there's still a lot of detail I gotta do before I even get to the drawing and shading. But she's cute. That's Bree, one of the characters from Emerald Academy. You got distracted as well. That's fair. That's fair. Edit. Paste. No. No. Can we just edit, transform? We want to rotate you. Right. Right there, methinks. Oh wait, this is rotate, this is not scale. Steven, pay attention. Edit. Transform, let's scale you. I said, what are we doing here? Edit, transform, scale. Fortunately, there's no color, no shading or anything on this yet, so scaling it up actually won't distort it too much. That's probably too much. I don't want to cut off the whiskers. Okay, anyway, we'll come back to that. Of course, you guys can't see it, but come back to this. Anyway, we got stuff to do. So yeah, I am gonna turn that to an emote because you're right. I think having a traumatized emote would be very appropriate. Is that a Nidoran? That is a Nidoran. So we move over to you. I will have to find a piece of Esper artwork so I can sample the colors correctly for this emote, but of course the ears are all wrong still, right? But we're gonna keep them. There's another T. Man, I'm actually really upset that he chewed up my earbuds because I would like to be able to hear the game audio. Because I just know what's going to happen is I'm going to get the shiny and not even notice it and just knock it out because I don't hear the sparkle effects. I had a dream about this fucking tea, by the way. I had a dream, not about Poltergeist, which would be the one you thought you would think would be on my mind after everything we went through these last couple days. But I had a dream that I got it. The moment we forgot to check the HP. Oh my gosh. That was such a rough moment, dude. I had a smaller one of those last stream. I don't know if you saw it. After I got the counterfeit, I'm like, well, let's just play out the sandwich. Let's just see what happens. Maybe we'll get it, right? And there was a moment where he refused to fight, and I'm like, no way, is this it? Did we actually get another shiny? No, it was just the HP. It was just the HP thing. Garrett, are you working right now? Or are you off? I guess you're probably off, given the hour, right? But I don't know how late your store stays open to close and all that, so. Oh, I love this song. That's a T, so we hit the button. Oh, this is the instrumental version. That's good too. I will have to rework some of this line art a little bit, you know, such that it is. Closed at 11, I got home at 10. Okay, oh, so you don't even close. That's cool. That used to be something I hated when I worked those kind of jobs, was having to be like a closer. Even if I was up late, so much extra bullshit you have to deal with. Sorry if I'm a little quiet. I'm working on the emote on the side here. And so I'm a little I guess not distracted, but my attention's diverted. But this is exactly what I'll talk about. I'm gonna focus on this, and I'm gonna miss the shiny because I'm an idiot. There we go. My department closes at 8, but I have 2 hours. 2 hours of cleaning. That sucks. I'm so glad I'm off at a very specific time. Shoot, come back here. We cleaned it up a little bit. We got rid of a lot of the excess stuff, but I do have to. I'm gonna have to reconnect the ears to the head and fix some of the lines, so there's not color bleed when I go to color it. But it's looking good. Is that T? That is T. Man, we're 45 minutes in. We've only had 20 encounters. That feels really low to me. Shoot. Of course, now my ear's gonna itch because I had a stupid pen back there. We got distracted a few times. Yeah, but I'm pretty comfortable with the count where it's at, though. This is a slower hunt. And it's a roughly 1 in 1,000 hunt, so we'll be at it for a while. Remember, the Poltergeist had double the odds, like 1 in 512, and it took us 8 hours. No. Yeah, 8 hours-ish to get the not correct shiny. So... that somehow I completely walked right past that Destiny. I need to remember to put the Uxie I have in Scarlet back in Pokemon Home because I'm done with it now. Unless I decide to hunt that Poltergeist again. But I don't think I will. I'm pretty... now that I've had time to sleep on it, I am pretty content, pretty happy with it. Oh, I thought I missed it somehow. Again. So, like, obviously we have way more than 22 encounters, because we have done this hunt 2 other streams. So we do have significantly more than this, but... Sinistea and Poltergeist as food and top... oh my god. Garrett, you and your cursed ideas. Don't even start that. We already got freaking Imakuni on the island. Damn it, now I gotta do it. What are you doing to me, dude? I actually haven't done, besides like the custom food that the tutorial shows you how to do, I haven't done any custom items whatsoever. I do need to finally, like, because I'm seeing so many cool custom faces, clothes, houses, foods. I'm like, I really need to sit down and do that. So Imakuni can drink your tears. No. I actually used to have styluses specifically for the Nintendo Switch. I got them for Mario Maker, and I don't know what happened to them. I went to sit down and do some designs on Tamagotchi Life, and I couldn't find them. And I'm not going to use the D-pad for fine line art. And I'm not going to use my finger because that's just not good enough. And I used to have an actual attachment for the Switch, a pen attachment for the Switch. And I'm pretty sure I gave that in the software for it to my aunt because I got my iPad for art, and I'm like, well, I don't need this anymore. And now I kind of feel foolish. But the replacement I have coming, it looks like it's gonna work fine. I mean, it says it's designed specifically for the Switch and Switch 2, but I guess people can say anything these days, right? Listen, Imakuni can bite me. Actually, I think he's best friends with Big Boss on my island already. He helped them up from the ground, and they've been hanging out since then, and I'm terrified of the implications. Because if there's any character in universe who wouldn't understand why Imakuni's so cursed because he's so damn oblivious, it would be Big Boss. That is actually hilarious. It's actually horrific. Also, I am very, very excited for this week's Theme Team Thursdays. I talked about this during Theme Team Thursdays. I've been on a really bad losing streak in Champions. And it's mostly my fault because I'm using experimental teams. I'm not playing the meta. But I was like on like a 10-game losing streak up to that point. And I started Theme Team Thursdays on a loss, but let me tell you, without spoilers, it does not end on a loss. Blah, meta. Listen, I don't like meta crap either, but if you want to be competitive, you gotta play the meta, unfortunately. There's a little wiggle room, for surprises and little bits of ingenuity, but you really... Staples are staples for a reason. I don't like that. It's boring and obnoxious, but it is what it is, right? If you want to play competitively, you gotta play competitively. But I'm not in it to be quote unquote the very best. That's not my goal here. I'm not even in it to be one of the best. I'm a good player. Obviously I've got enough experience in placements in regionals and other official formats that I know I'm a decent player. Really, I want to do for the content. I feel like there's a lot of room for first off, personal growth, to just get better at the game, because that's always a goal, right? To get better at something you like. I also feel like it's a good networking opportunity because so many people are getting into better Pokemon to possibly play with other people, maybe get some leagues going or something like that, or get involved with someone else's league. Unfortunately, I couldn't play in the Tournament of Champions, which was a huge tournament the week after, I guess it was 2 weeks after Champions launched. I was so excited for it. I was signed up. I had a team ready. I was going to stream it. And then work decided, hey, we're going to just throw everything at you at once just so you can't do this. So I had to drop, and that's super unfortunate. I wouldn't have expected to go like to the top. I never do, right? But the one-of-one custom Joy-Cons looked so clean. I would have loved to win those. I wouldn't have won those, right? Of course not. But amazing for the person who did win. So cool. And like I said, it's an excellent opportunity to reach out and meet people and you know, play the game with more people. Because yeah, you know, obviously, like you know, I always have to say this. Like, I don't do this because I want to make a living. I don't do this because I want to do it professionally. I do it for fun. But opportunities for growth and networking are always amazing. I'm interested in listening to more Champions gameplay. Yeah, I know. I do need to. I definitely do need to stream some more. Once I hit double Master Ball rank, because that was where I wanted to be, was Master Ball. That was my goal for Season 1. I'm like, okay, we're at where we want to be. Let's focus on making content for the YouTube channel now. Which, as a result, is why my streak has not been going great. Until yesterday. And so, like, right now for the next couple weeks, or for the next week at least, I'm still doing that. But a new season starts in 9 days, 7 days, a week, maybe something like that. And as soon as the new season starts, I will obviously be streaming it because I'm going to get right back up to Master Ball rank. And I'm hoping, everyone's hoping, that new season means new Pokemon, new items. So that'll be exciting. Yeah, it's already 1 o'clock. Wow. What is my current pen size at? Is it reasonable enough that I could... Yeah, I can work with that. I can work with that. These will be... They're small anyway, so if the line work isn't perfect, that's okay. I'm doing this now, obviously, just to have it done. But at some point, I will sit down and do like a full, complete, from the ground up version of this emote and update the channel emote. You get a bunch of new Pokemon, but ban all the... No, not all of them. I do think things should rotate in and out, but I don't think it should be... Well, everything that's in currently goes out because then it's a waste for everyone who spent money in VP recruiting stuff all this season. You don't want to burn your player base by doing something like that. But it'd be cool if they're like, well, here's the top 20 Pokemon that were used this season. Next season, they're banned. Find other shit to use, right? That would be cool. All meta rotate, that's true. But they don't rotate the entire roster. But it would be cool. A world where they rotated out the top picks every season to force players to pick up new things would be awesome. It's occurring to me now, I need to keep my phone charged because when I go for my walk, I want my music. So let's just set that aside for now. It would be interesting. It definitely would be interesting. Unfortunately, I think now that season 1's ending, I'm really afraid that they're gonna start bringing in mythics and legends, and that's when the meta is the most unfun for me. The least fun for me is when you just have all this super high powered trash just completely centralizing everything. It's a big reason why. Okay, I don't want to fib. It's not a big reason why I stopped playing Sword and Shield competitive. I stopped playing Sword and Shield competitive because Dynamax is stupid. But it's a big reason why Scarlet and Violet competitive got stale for me because it was a very high power format. Yeah, in fact, it was probably the highest power format we've had so far. And that just isn't fun. There's almost no room for any kind of creative stuff. It would be nice if Shaman's out of Power Tower PvE. Listen, everyone wants some PvE stuff. I just don't think it's ever going to happen, man. I know they're baiting us by naming the city that the game takes place in Frontier. That was fucking devious of them. But I just don't see any PvE stuff ever happening. I would like to see other formats be added. I mean, everyone wants to see. Yeah. Yes, I also want a Battle Frontier, believe me. I have gone through Emerald and Gold ranked every facility twice. I didn't mean to encounter you. And it's so much fun. It's bullshit. It's a lot of RNG bullshit, but it's so much fun. In fact, I found a Battle Pike shiny in Emerald that I couldn't catch. It was a shiny Dusclops. And it felt so bad, man. Is that a T? No, that's an Nidoran. Shoot, don't drop your controller, Steven. What are you doing? What do you mean you can't save this image? Why not? Save it to my files then. Sure, files is fine. I just want to sample your colors, yo. Let's knock this out. Import image. No, not from there. Shit. Import image. Chrome Esper. I just need to sample your colors. Is that a T? That is a T. Why did that happen? I don't see any disconnected lines there. That's a Nidoran. Oh, they're all. Okay, time to restart. Sorry. I genuinely don't know how this thing detects lines sometimes. Is that good enough? Probably not. Probably not. Of course, this is an awful angle to do any kind of drawing or art in, but... Nope, that's an Nidoran. Damn it, Steven. Pay attention. Damn you. Damn you. I already got you, shiny. Go away. Come here, T. Nope. Alright, now let's take the fill tool. That should work this time. No, what the hell did I miss? I completely outlined this whole damn character. You're lying to me. Somewhere I missed something. I don't want to have to manually color this whole thing. I mean, I could, but... Is that 3? That is 3. Okay. Where am I missing something? You know what? I know I can do this. I love Clip Studio. It's such a good application for art. But the amount of times I have to switch from their professional mode to their simple mode just for the purpose of filling in color. Because for some reason the canvas will close. No, do not. No! I did not just delete that. You have to be joking. Oh, son of a bitch. Steven, this is what you get for not paying attention. But see, that's all I was trying to do. That's all I was trying to do. Now switch back. Where's my switch button? Okay, I was so scared that I lost that. I mean, you know, it was all 5 minutes of work, but I should have just did that from the start, honestly. No, that's the fill tool. Stop doing that. There's one annoying thing. Well, not annoying. I like this feature, but on my pen, if I double tap it, it alternates between my current tool and my last tool. So like right now I have the pen and then the fill tool. And that's great. It's a great short way of being able to swap between tools without having to manually pick them. But I have my hands shake, my hands tremble a lot. And so I inadvertently switch between them all the time. And so like I'll be doing line art or something, and then without realizing I'll switch to like my eraser and just start erasing shit, and I'll be like, why? Why? Damn it, I gotta re-import your color, your reference. Import image. Esper, come back here. Damn it. Is that T? That is T. Okay, let's go. Sample your eyeballs. Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer. Duh. Whoa! No! That is not right. Switch. There's my sampler. Inside your eyeballs now. Shoot, nope. Accidentally dropped my pen. And then let's... Steven, stop dropping the pen. 30 cups of tea. How are we feeling? A lot of caffeine, yo. And I expect to have several thousand more by the end of this. Shoot, damn it. I have a shiny one of these I need to evolve. Is it this or is it Shelmet? It's one of these two. I have to, that's shiny that I have to evolve. In fact, I think it's in game right now, isn't it? It came from Go originally. Oh yeah, it's right here. It's this Shelmet right here. Yeah, I need to evolve all these. Why do I have you? Do I not have Marshtomp shiny in home? That might be the case. But I need to get these evolved so I get their shiny forms registered in home. Shoot, Steven. What are you doing? Oh, my nose. And I guess I should do your ear tips as well, right? That's T. Go ahead and delete that layer. I'm done with you. Got the reference I needed. Oh shoot, no, that was the wrong layer. Damn it. Try this again. That's the only problem with switching to Simple Mode to do fill-in options is it doesn't do everything correctly. But there's still some work I have to do on my own, which fine, you know. Obviously, I should be willing to do the bare minimum. Fuck, what color is your nose? No, stop. What are you doing? That's T. I'm almost done. I am almost done, and then I can stop being distracted for now. Oh, you just have a little dot nose. We're just gonna make your nose a little bit darker, I guess, because we'll go purple there instead of a lavender. Alright, now let's switch back to studio mode. No, not the sampler. I want the pen. That's T. Got a little bit of color I gotta fill in here. Any other small pieces? I don't think so. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you Meowstic the Traumatized. How do we feel about this? Do we like it? It's so cursed. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and export that. Export as a PNG. Actually, I think I need to export that as export single layer, PNG, file name, we'll just call you trauma. He's my spirit emote. Listen, you should be proud you are now officially the cause of 1, soon to be 2 cursed emotes. Where is my content creation folder? Twitch, emotes, save it there. Go to Twitch. Nope, cancel that. Where is viewer rewards? Emotes. Let's go ahead and upload new standard emote from file. And I'll let it auto resize. I will go back and, like I said, I'm going to do a whole from the ground up. We're just going to name this Trauma. Upload. All right. If you refresh, hopefully it should be there. Let's go ahead and turn you off. Let's find out. Let's go. What is it? Sev Trauma? Sev Trauma. Nope. Try that. Damn it, Steve. I wanted to type Sev Trauma. Why did that not work? Oh, because I didn't assign it. Hold on, I'm stupid. Wait, you can only have 5 standard emotes at a time? Hold on a second. Oh no. Oh no. What do we take out? I think we take out WoW for now. Let's go ahead and axe you. Remove from slot. Are you sure I want to remove this emote? The emote will be removed from your channel and emote picker. The viewers are no longer be able to use it. You can still reassign it. Yes. Now, let's reassign. Go to Trauma. Follower. There. Now. Oh, it's Sev Hen. Okay, that makes sense. Or Trauma is DLC. Let's see. Sev Hen Trauma. What the fuck? Am I dumb? What's going on here? Sev Hen Trauma. Does okay, fine. Let's try manually picking it. Huh. Hey, Garrett, try refreshing Twitch. Okay, so you can see it on your side. I can't see it on my side. And I don't see it as an option for me, but if it's on your side, then that's all I care about. Let me try something. Let's see. Gigantify an emote. Gigantify. So yeah, that one worked. That's an animated emote though, so of course that's gonna work, right? Is there a way to refresh my stream mid-stream? I don't want this. What did I do with my controller? Oh, here it is. Huh. Well, I don't know. But if you say it works, well, the ad break's in progress, so I'll wait. That's a Nidoran. Actually, that's going to bother my brain. I'm sorry, I have to figure it out. Me at 7 a.m. watching a stream. Listen. I didn't make you do that. That's entirely your choice. I don't know. I might just have to wait till next time I stream to be able to see it myself. Oh no, I see it now. Hold on, I see you. Yours. No, I know you didn't, but still. So that's so interesting. So when you use the emote, I can see it. But I don't have the option to pick it right now. So it has to be because it's just not updated on my side for some reason, which is weird. Chat settings. My thing is I want to gigantify it, but I can't. Because I can't select it. One of your posted turned into it after a moment for meds. One of your posted turned into it after a moment from you, for me. Question. Is there a viewer reward to... Well, I guess I can just look myself, can't I? Oh, that costs bits to gigantify an emote? That's stupid. Hold on, can I change that? Rewards. No. Here we go, channel points. Could you price it at one point? I mean, I probably could, but I'd rather it'd be free. Custom rewards. Here we go. Let's add new reward. I don't see a way to do... Okay, fine. Let's go up here. Gigantify. Edit. Here, let me set it to 1, I guess. Save. What do you mean error saving? Oh, it's a minimum of 10? That's so stupid. I really hate bits. Oh, hold on. Let me try something. Let me do it on my phone. Let's close Twitch. Sorry, I know we always get so distracted in these shiny hunts. Close you. Just completely close the app. In fact, just close all my apps. There we go. Go to my stream. Now send a message. No. I don't want to do a bit message. This is what I want. Here we go. That's not it either. What the hell, Steven? This shows you how much I know about Twitch. You may be a bad influence. Ain't that the damn truth? Where the hell are... I don't even see my option to gigantify here. I only see it over there. Why? Now, can I gigantify it that way? Okay, so if I do it from my phone, I can at least do the emote, but I might need to make the eyes bigger, honestly, because you can barely tell what they are in this. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. I don't want to cheer my own channel. Gigantify emote. Here we go. It didn't work. What the hell? I can do it from this chat. Why can I not do it from here? Gigantify an emote. I don't know. I genuinely do not know what's going on. I'm just gonna have to deal with it later. We keep getting distracted, and I can't keep doing that. We'll figure it out, Garrett. Or I'll figure it out, you know what I mean? But I do think I need to resize the eyes. I do need to resize those eyeballs. Actually, let's go ahead and merge these two layers. Now, if we do that. Resize. Hold on. What's the new spawn? Is it just that ice cream? Oh, CT. I do not CT. That's not gonna work. We're gonna resize. We gotta crop it a lot closer to the actual eyeballs. God damn it. Now, resize, damn it. That's a little bit better, I think. At the T, go ahead and increase the count. No! Damn it, Steven. You have one layer to work with now because you merged them. Pay attention. There, try that. File. Export. PNG. Call you trauma again. Okay. 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 And save. It's T. Replace that emote. Go back to Twitch. We're going to delete this emote and upload a new one. Standard file. Rename you trauma. Does capitalization matter for this? Upload. What do you mean pending approval? Let me do the last one with no approval. What do you mean? Is it because I uploaded 2 in shorts sequence? That's ice cream. Shoot, that's ice cream. All right, we'll give it a few minutes. For usually emote approval doesn't take more than a few minutes. And in 2 cases, they were immediately rejected. Because it turns out I didn't know this at the time, because you know me, didn't read. You cannot do emotes with only a single letter, so my F and W emotes were instantly rejected. That's why I did the crown instead. Nope, that's not T. I'm assuming I can't assign you yet, right? Well, let's just see what happens. Yeah. Okay, set that there so I can keep an eye on it. Anyway, back to the reason we are actually here. The shiny hunt. Damn it, Cryogonal. I hope it doesn't take very long. I hope it doesn't get rejected. I can't imagine why it would be rejected. But, I mean, the first one, I don't know why. God damn it, not of course. Steven, just focus. You don't have to fix every little thing. Nothing will ever be perfect. There. There. Is that T? No, it's not. Of course it's not. My apologies, I should not be yawning like that. I only woke up an hour and a half ago. Wish I had my earbuds. Wish I had my earbuds. Oh, sorry, I was getting anything there. Increment there. There we go. Taking an awful long time for you to get approved. What is going on? Usually it's only a couple minutes. Alright, we're gonna try to get a little more comfortable here. Pull the mic out like that. Grab the mouse so I can manually... Well, I guess I'm manually counting up anyway, right? That's ice cream. Oh, can I not? Yeah, I can. There's a button right there. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. For the record, Forget It by Breaking Benjamin is probably the best song they have. It's close. It's close. Firefly. Actually, Firefly might be their best song. But this is up there. Is Breaking Benjamin a solo act? The only problem I foresee with the dual hunt counter is that I will have to manually switch between both as each go up, and because they're happening so quickly in sequence to each other, shoot, that's gonna be hard to manage. I guess maybe could I have 2 instances of this going like that? Doesn't look like it. I mean, I could have 2 instances up, but I don't think it would let me increment separately is my... Let's see. Enable presets. I don't... yeah, I don't think I can. Just gonna have to learn to live with it. Is that T? Nope, that's a Nidoran. That's a Nidoran. My apologies. Nope. Go over. Where's my T? There it is. Why is this not working? I'll talk about that later. Go ahead and increment. Ooh. Man, I don't know why I was so yawny all of a sudden. That's a Nidoran. That's the starting T. Have I really been streaming for 5 years? Holy crap. Has it been that long? I started in 2021? Like, I know my YouTube channel is significantly older. I started that in like 2012, but actually I was looking at my like entire history, my like analytics over everything. And again, the channel's 14 years old. God, that's crazy. 14 years old. Anyway, one of my very first bit of content was me attempting to do a Pokemon Gold Let's Play. on an emulator, and I got like as far as like the 4th gym before I stopped because I had life stuff going on. And there's an episode where I go out of my way to do a trait evolution to evolve my Haunter into a Gengar. And that has 9,000 views on it, and somehow that's my most viewed video. Can I really not delete this? Interesting. Is that T? No, that's Nidoran. That's T. Not a T that I need, but... Wait, how long have I been a mod on Jenny's channel? When did I become a mod on Jenny's channel? Oh, I remember now. I remember. Damn it, Jenny, I miss you. I don't know when the last time she streamed is. I don't know when the last time I saw her on Twitter is. She's always so damn busy anymore. Can I really not remove you? Okay, there it is. I thought I thought it was weird that I couldn't change that. How do I? Oh, add new. Here we go. That's a J, not a K. There we go, Garrett. You should take a look at that sometime. Now, how do I assign... my emote managers? Nope. Nope. Emotes. Come up here. You. How do I... Go away. How do I... How do I do attribution? Oh, here it is. Oh no, it's... I know, I'm distracted again. There you are. There we go. Well, since you came up with the idea for the emote, the traumatized emote, I thought I would give you attribution. And I think I have to first add you as a art manager. I'm not sure. But now you got a special badge. So, congratulations, buddy. If only this emote would get approved already. I don't know why it's taking so long. Neat. I'm not too familiar with the ins and outs of it. Listen, apparently I've been doing this for 5 years and there's still so much I don't know, so. It is what it is. If only the emote would get approved already, damn it. Where's the spawn? Did we knock it out or did we run away from it? Oh no, there it is. Now it is possible, because these were so close together, that that was one of the starting Sinisty, in which case I incorrectly incremented the meter. But I'm not going to increment here just in case, so it comes out to the same thing. Please tell me that's not someone knocking on my front door. Did I imagine it? I might have imagined it, because I don't think I'm being particularly loud right now. In any case, I shouldn't be very loud right now, because I have my gain on my mic turned up pretty high, just so I don't have to throw my voice at all. You know, I always complain about this, but why don't I have a cat in my lap? Pants, where are you? Are you behind me? Oh, you are behind me. Hey, bud. I like that he does this now. Whenever I'm at the desk, that's a Nidoran. Whenever I'm at the desk, he comes right behind my chair and just lays down. What a good boy. What a good boy. Oh, sweet boy. I replaced their brush finally. They love the new brush. And if I brush them daily, hopefully it'll deal with the whole cat hair, cat dander, always fucking with my face thing. You getting up, buddy? You are getting up. Are you coming to me? You gonna get my lap? We're about to 50 T's. Is that T? That is T. What a sweet, sweet boy. Your fur's so soft now. Where is my spawn? That's a Nidoran. Yeah, I've definitely been neglecting your brushing. I'm sorry about that, buddy. Nope, that's a reset. My, 50 cups of tea. Oh, my tea. Listen here, you think you're such a punny guy? You think you're such a genius of puns? Come here, Fance. Come here. I give you permission. Come on. Come on. I know. Come here. Come on. What are you doing? Come on. Just jump up here, dude. Come here. Just... If you knock my ball of water, I will be mad at you, though. Let's not do that. Come here. Pants. If you knock that ball of water over, I'll be mad at you. Come here. That is a Cragonal. Come on, you can do it. Your ears on stream. Come on. Pants. I'm not gonna pet you, so get up here. Do I gotta call your sister? I'll get you jealous. Oh, there he is. There's my boy. There's my boy. You want to say something to the stream, Pants? Can I get a meow? Pants. There's tea. Oh, gotta click. Gotta click. What have I done to myself? Can I get a meow? Pants. 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 Fine. Yuki. Yuki. No, you're not gonna cooperate, are you? Any other time I can get you. If I had your brush, you'd be chatting. If I had your brush, you'd be chatting. Should I go get your brush? You want your brush? Should I go get your brush? What if I get your brush? As soon as we reset, I'll get your brush. How about that? That'll make you so happy. Well, if you're gonna lay, you gotta lay like that. There we go. And now you're not laying down anymore. Because you're stubborn. You're so stubborn. Oh no! I gotta click the button. Did I get it? Is that 50? We're officially at 50 T's. Is that T? That is T. You're being so sweet. You're being just so sweet. I love the pants kisses. I do. Not the Cragonal. Nope. Oh, sorry, not Cragonal. That is a Vanillish or something like that. Come back to... Damn it, Mime Jr. Damn it, Mime Jr. You're in my way. Run. Move your face. I'm realizing now, having you up here was a mistake. This was a mistake, Pants. This will be so easy, so much easier starting tomorrow when I finally have the pad right beside me. No, that's another round. Okay. All right, Pants, I'm gonna put you down for just a second, okay? Or you want me to carry you? Actually, it doesn't matter one way or another. I'll be right back. You getting down? Okay. Give me just a second, buddy. Just throw this away more at it. You can draw. See if I can bounce you there. What's that? Yeah, that's your brush. Hold on, let's adjust the mic again. What's this? What's this? Here. Let me hear your beautiful voice. What was that? Tell him again. Come here, Pants. Come here. Psst, psst. Oh, shoot. What did I do? Let's hear it. Yeah? Let's hear your voice. I know. It's such a pretty sound. You're such a handsome boy. Of course, now we're distracted again, aren't we? Aren't we? I'm such a bad streamer. Oh. I know. Tell him. Tell the whole world how much you love the brush. My cat also loves brushes. She pops out anywhere if you flick the brush. Yeah. Yuki can hear the bristles, and now she's coming to check it out too. Oh, we love that sound. We love that sound. You have the best voice in the whole wide world. Oh, such a sweet boy. Oh. Yes. Such a happy, happy Pants. Alright, I know. That's not nearly as long as you would like, but we gotta get you down now. Especially if your sister's gonna come over here. I don't want you guys fighting on my lap. But we got your beautiful voice, and that's what matters. You gotta go. No, Pants, you gotta go. He's like, no! And he's right back up. Alright, let's get back to it. I'm sorry. Oh, no, we gotta reset. Here, you can get up here like this. What? Really? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Oh, so sweet. So sweet. I do need to get the counter back up, though. There we go. Oh, yeah. What a happy, happy Pants. I don't know if y'all can hear. Oh, you can't hear it, but come here. Let's see if we can get your beautiful purr. Can you hear that beautiful purr? I don't know. I don't know. Is that T? Nope, that's Nidoran. Good boy. We love that. We love it so much. Ugh, look how much fur is on that now, though. Jeez, they have a whole nother him. That's a whole nother you, yo. That's a whole other pants on that brush. That's a Nidoran. Really now. Nope, that's it. That's a reset already. That's a reset already, pants. Yuki's lurking somewhere. I saw her. I saw her poke her face off for a second when she heard the brush. Oh yeah, look at all this fur. Oh my goodness, pants. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh, get all over me. Protect yourself. What are you doing? What, you don't like me having my face covered? That's a T. I know, you're such a happy boy when you got the brush. Ugh. The whole point of getting it was so I could try to deal with all this fur in the air. When I mean, I guess it's my fault because I was brushing him, so of course his fur is gonna start flying. But I just gotta start doing it consistently every day. That's a T. You know, it'd be easier to do this though if you didn't freak the hell out every time I had the brush and just stayed still. Just like, oh my gosh. There we go. We're just gonna sit like this for a few minutes. If I wasn't in such an enclosed space, it wouldn't even be so bad. But even in my room, with as small as it is, I'm in like a little like a cubby area that's even more enclosed. Okay, alright. Let's get this off me now. It's hard to breathe. Ugh. I'm so sorry. Hans isn't though. He's pretty happy with it. You look so proud. What did I just knock out? This emote still hasn't been approved? What is going on, Twitch? You usually don't take this long. I knocked out 6 emotes in one night and they were all approved like within an hour. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Mods are sleeping. Yeah. Well, usually it's an auto-approved system, right? Like, usually it's just some kind of bot or algorithm that handles that. Ugh, get off me. That's T. Go get it, Pants. I see you eyeballing it. Go get it. Go get it. He's like all wide-eyed and like hunting a dust bunny he just made. Go get it. And then go chew on it and choke on it like you always do. Because you're kind of a moron. Goodbye. Pants says goodbye. Maybe Yuki will join us soon. Got you over here. Where is Yuki? Psst, 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 psst. Where are you, Yuki? Psst, 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 psst. Pants is like, don't call for her. What are you thinking? Oh, that's a Nidoran. That's a Nidoran. I keep having to readjust this. There. That sounds better, I think. A little bit. Tiny bit. The question is, do we make it to 100 Ts before 4 o'clock? 2:15 now. At the T. Well, that's hurtful. The bot is also sleeping? Yeah, probably. New quest, find 100 cups before 4 a.m. Listen. If we stop getting distracted and stay on pace. What? I clearly walked right into that T. There's no way. There's just no way. If I stop getting distracted and just stay focused and on task, we'll hit 100 within the hour. I just gotta stop getting so distracted all the time. I'm so bad about that. Because it's like, you know, obviously I want to stream. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. But it's like, well, I also want to do other things. Wouldn't it be cool though if we got the shiny within 200? Nope. Because I'm pretty sure the odds are, let's see, 8,100, 4,096. You don't want to become known as the one streamer who only hunts for shiny T. Well, yeah, that's true. That is true. I also don't want to be known as a shiny hunter who has literally never actually gotten a shiny on stream. So, fortunately, that's no longer the case. Let's see. Base odds are... Did that click? No. 4,096. I believe. I think it's 1 in 1,024 are my current odds. This is true, and it'll be doubly true as soon as you find this shiny. Yes, someday. Someday more. I do think, fail or succeed on this tonight's stream, I think tomorrow we do the dual hunt. I think it's been like a month since I've done that. And, you know, that was obviously not something I want to give up on, so. As soon as I can think of something else I want to shiny hunt in Gen 6 or 7, I'll do some 3DS hunts as well, but I've gotten just about every shiny I want. Get ready for the intro. Dun, dun, dun. That, God, it still haunts my nightmares. But yeah, I've gotten basically everything I want from Gen 6 and 7. Okay, no, that's her. I still want to get a shiny Marini, but SOSing that is a nightmare. Not the worst thing in the world, but super annoying. Because it's one of those Pokemon that actively kills its partner. And so it makes it pretty hard to keep them alive. Is there anything in Gen 6 I want? Anything in Hoenn specifically? I got the Torkoal recently. I got the Castform. God, Castform. Actually, you know, Castform wasn't bad. It was just a Masuda hunt. And those aren't bad. They're just long. And I think I got it in less than 30 eggs. So, you know, we always take those. I guess the starters would be cool, but I don't want to do Masuda hunts. I want to do method hunts. So the starters aren't an option for that. Because I could only Masuda hunt. I mean, I could have way back when reset for them, but I'm not going to do that. I do have Mightyena, Poochyena already hunted in Scarlet, but maybe I'll do him again in Omega Ruby. If there's a viable second build for it, then I will. I've already done Talos, Swallow, Pelipper, Delibird, the entire Wurmple line, Zigzagoon, Lanoon. I've done Seedot, I've done... Okay, so, well, you can't do Lotad in Omega Ruby, so I'd have to do an Alpha Sapphire. And I don't know if I have a save. I don't know if I have even a completed Alpha Sapphire save currently. Not with train information I'd want to use. I guess we could do that. Do we do a Alpha Sapphire LP and then hunt on that for the exclusives? Because like, I've got several shiny Seviper, but as far as I know, they can only be hunted on Alpha Sapphire. In fact, I'm certain of it because when the games came out, Alejandro wanted Zangoose and I wanted Seviper, and so we had to catch them for each other and trade them. So I could do Lotad. I don't really like the Lombre Ludicolo line. It's just okay. And I have it from Scarlet, hunting it. But I'm a huge fan of Origin Marks. So getting them with the Gen 6 Hoenn mark would be nice. So Poochyena, Lotad, Zigzagoon, not Zigzagoon, Seviper. I haven't done Lunatone and Solrock, but those are cave hunts, and I fucking hate cave hunts. What else? We got Tropius. I could do Shuppet, but I already did all of the Megas in ZA, and it feels more appropriate to have them from ZA because that is the Mega Evolution game. I could do Duskull. I haven't done that hunt yet. Actually, that's not bad, but I think that's also a cave hunt. I think it's considered a cave hunt. Ugh. This is my own fault because I had him on my lap and I was brushing him, but now I got cat dander all up in my face. I could do Spheal. Really don't care about Spheal, but I think that's also a cave hunt. I really want to avoid doing cave hunts if I can, and if it's not a Pokemon I like, I'm not going to do it. I could do Snorunt, but I already got both of its shinies in ZA, and they're both Megas, so it feels appropriate to stick with those. Love Disc, but Love Disc is an ocean hunt. Not an ocean hunt, it's a on-water hunt, and those are as bad as cave hunts. I did the Huntail line, Gorbis, Clamperl. I did Relicanth. I haven't done Wailord. Wailord's a fishing encounter, I think. Wailmer, Wailord. So I could do that. And chain fishing is a thing in Gen 6. And I've never made a dedicated chain fishing shiny hunt. What else? Is Carvon? Well, that's a Mega, though. Sharpedo? Nope, that's a Nidoran. Every spin. Why don't you listen? Spinda is on the list, damn it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I actually have a max chain for Spinda in DexNav already. I did Skitty. I did Shroom. No, I have not done Shroomish in Gen 6. And Hoenn. Maybe I do Shroomish. I have 2 shiny competitive ones from Scarlet. Where's the new spawn? Oh, here it is. So maybe I do Shroomish. I've done Taillow, done Swallow, done Skittish, Skitty. I haven't done Nincada, but I did Nincada in Shield last year with Ninjask and Shedinja. I would be more inclined to rehunt those if... So the way it works now is when Nincada evolves, if you have a spare Pokeball and an extra slot in your party, you get a Shedinja, which is really cool. It used to be in Gen 3 when it premiered, it used to be when you evolve it, the resulting Shedinja would appear in the same Pokeball as Nincada. So whatever Pokeball you call it in is what Shedinja would appear in, and I love that. It's stupid that they changed that, so it's always in the Pokeball now. If that was still the case, I would definitely be hunting it. Let's see. Whismur. I did Whismur in... I did it recently, actually. Like, within the this past summer. In Shield version. But I could hunt it again in... It's a cave hunt, though. It is a cave hunt. And we hate those. Roselia. Haven't done Roselia. Okay, technically I have. I have Shiny Roserade. And I got it from a Badoo, so technically, yes, I have done that entire line. And if I was going to evolve it to a Roserade... No, it's just a standard Pokeball. As long as... I don't even think you have to have a Pokeball in your part. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to test it, but I'm pretty sure no matter what, it's always just a Pokeball. Maybe if you don't have any Pokeballs in your inventory, it chooses the next one. You might be onto something. I just don't know. I could be wrong. Whismur. That's a cave hunt, so I don't want to do that again. I could do Roselia, but if I'm going to evolve to a Roserade, I'd actually rather do it in BDSP because that's a Gen 4 Pokemon. And so is Badoo for that matter. And I really don't want to do any more BDSP hunts. Like, that's not true. I still, no. So here's the thing. I do have another BDSP save started that I recently started a couple weeks back. Because I really want to Shiny Hunt Cresselia. And that one's a pain to hunt because it's a roamer. It means you have to encounter it. If it's not shiny, is it... I'm trying to remember. Is it... If it's not shiny, knock it out, beat Elite 4 to respawn it? I think that's how it works in BDSP. And that's annoying. For each individual shiny check. And I just don't know if I like it that much to do it. Alternatively, I do have a sword save that I began, and I'm, what, 2 badges into? Where that's going to be... That's not all I know. Specifically so I can do more Dynamax Adventure shiny hunts, because, as I've said before, I hunted a lot of them before I caught a lot of them before I knew they could be shiny, and so a lot of stuff that I want shiny, like Stack Attacka, I can't get shiny now. So if I have another save for when I get to that point, so I can start hunting them. And Cresselia is one of them, because I caught Cresselia already. It would not be a Sinnoh Cresselia, which would kind of suck, but I think it's one of those Pokemon I want to make an exception for. If there was a better way to shiny hunt it, I would. Unfortunately, in BDSP, the shiny charm does not work the right way. It only boosts the shiny odds for eggs, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they never fix that. And so if I was to shiny hunt, like the Heat Rain, I shiny hunted Heat Rain in BDSP, and I got that comparatively quick. I got it in only a few days. Soft resetting, but you can't soft reset for the Cresselia. As far as I know, you can't soft reset Cresselia. I think it's determined the moment you load up your maybe you can. Maybe you can. Is it determined when you first load your save after beating the Elite 4 for the first time? I'll have to look into that. I could be off on that. Because that would still be a super annoying hunt, because I'd have to still manually hunt it down multiple times. But... like in Gen 2, and I know this is such a stupid comparison because they're so far apart. In Generation 2, the roaming legendaries, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, they're not determined until the first time you encounter them each. And so you can shiny hunt them by deliberately not encountering them. Like, let's say I'm hunting Raikou. Are you asleep behind me? Oh, I thought I heard Pants snoring. So, like, you can shiny hunt them, and this is what I did, if I'm remembering correctly how I did it. When they're first released from the Burn Tower, let's say you're hunting Raikou. If you ever encounter one of the other two, you reset, right? Whatever one you're targeting, you reset if you ever encounter the other ones. Because the first time you encounter them, their shininess, their stats, all that is determined on that first encounter. So if I'm hunting Raikou, then I reset anytime I encounter Suicune or Raikou, Suicune or Entei. And then when I finally encounter Raikou, if it's not shiny, you reset again. And you keep specifically targeting one of the three until it's shiny. Then you catch it. And then you do the same thing for there too. It's super annoying. It took me, I mean, this was several years ago now, right? It took me, I'm pretty sure it took me several months to do it. Because legendary Pokemon don't, it looks like you're wrong about Shedinja. Okay, I thought so. I thought that was, I thought I was right about how it worked. In Gen 2, legendary Pokemon don't respawn. Ever. Am I full of shit on that? I'm almost certain they don't respawn. Once you knock them out, they're gone. In Generation 4 and Heart Gold Soul Silver, I was able to shiny hunt. I think just Raikou, because that's the only one I wanted. And in that one, it's encounter it. If it's not shiny, knock it out, beat the Elite Four, and do it again. Kind of like with Cresselia. And it was bad enough doing it for a Pokemon I wanted. I don't know if I have it in me to do it for Pokemon I don't like. Okay, once again, did I not run right into that Sinistea? Are you lying to me? Is this game cheating? If I can't trust you on the encounters, how can I trust you to properly generate a shiny? I'm gonna have to double check the Cresselia thing, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works, even in BDSP. If I hadn't already hunted or captured them, I would like to hunt the Reggies, but I do intend to hunt Regieleki in my sword save. Although I like Regidrago too, though, man. I like them both. But I think I like Regieleki shiny a little bit more. So I do intend to hunt those. Or one of those, anyway. And Regieleki is the more competitively viable of the two. And so I am more inclined to aim for that. What else? I mean, I guess I could just look it up, right? Let's see. Hoenn Pokemon. Don't forget to count this. Hoenn Dex. Here we go. Poochyena, we might do. We'll probably do. Lotad, we'll probably do. We've done Surskit. Shroomish, we'll probably do. I've done Slackoth. I don't like Slackoth, but I've gotten it shiny accidentally several times. So I don't know if I'm inclined to hunt it again. Like to deliberately hunt it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have a shiny Slacking in home. We could do Makuhita. I hunted 2 of them in Scarlet, but we could do Makuhita. I love Makuhita. We could do Nosepass. I think I have one, but I think it's from Legends of Arceus. And I don't like Strange Balls, so. I feel like I could have phrased that better. Sableye and Mawile are always good, but again, they're megas, and I got them in ZA. But I like Mawile. I love Mega Mawile. I wish it was better. Electrike, Meditite. I did plus all mine in. Oh, I still need to do Volbeat and Illumise, whatever you call it. Right, they're on my list. I hate them. They're awful Pokemon, but Illumise has such a good shiny. Volbeat doesn't, but if I'm going to do one, I'm going to do the pair. And I think I have Illumise's Dex Nav already maxed out. I might have both, because I'm pretty sure they're horde encounters, so they're easy to get maxed really quickly. Because you get encounters of 4 to 5 at a time. I might be wrong about that. I'd have to. I don't have my DS on me, so I'd have to double check. Gulpin, I don't like Gulpin, but maybe I'll do it. Wailmer, Torkoal, Spoink. Oh god, I don't like Spoink, but Spoink has a very nice shiny. We got Flygon in Scarlet, but maybe we hunted in its Game of Origin. Cacnea. Didn't we just do Cacnea? No, I did Cacnea and Scarlet, so maybe we do... Oh, but that's a desert hunt, and that's like cave hunts. Ugh. Zangoose and Seviper are definitely options. Barboach is... Is that fishing or is that surfing? If it's fishing, that's an option. If it's surfing, I'm not doing it. Same thing with Corphish. I'm pretty sure that's a... You know, let's just find out. Generation 6. Omega Ruby. Are you fishing? I think you might be fishing. Yes, you are fishing counter. So Barboach is an option. Whalmer and Barboach for chain fishing. I don't like Barboach or Wishcash, but might as well, right? But I'm pretty sure Corphish is a surfing encounter. I did the shiny in Scarlet. I love. They don't have great shinies, but I love the Pokemon themselves. Details, please. I'm hitting that damn details button. Why are you not going? Oh no, they are fishing encounters. Do I hunt them? Oh baby, do I hunt those? Yo, I think I found some 3DS hunts that I will stream. Baltoy would be an option if it wasn't a desert encounter. Lileep and Anorith would be options if they weren't fossils. I guess I could grind out the fossils. Can't you get them from rock smashing in Gen 6? Phoebus, Milotic would be the dream, but I don't know that I have. Well, I guess no, they're not random like they are in the original games. So I guess I could chain fish for them, couldn't I? Shoot, maybe we do that. Castform's done. Kecleon, I got that in ZA accidentally, but that's an option, and it's a horde encounter, so it's pretty quick. I might actually, because of that, when I was hunting, what is Big Milk's first form? Pelipper. Sorry, I blanked there real hard. When I was hunting Pelipper, I was doing hordes for it, just south of the whatever the giant grave mountain is, and Kecleon appears in hordes there. So I might have, if not got it maxed out, got it very close. I think Duskull's inside this. So I think that's a cave hunt. No. Duskull, there's grass outside on top of the mountain that Duskull appears in. So we could hunt that. I've done Tropius. Chimecho's an option. Chimecho's always an option. Absol, we have the Mega 4 and ZA, so we're not going to do that. Spheal, if you weren't cave encounter, I would do it, but I don't care about the Spheal line at all, so I probably won't do it. The Clamperl line I've done, Relican I've done. Love Disc, if you weren't surfing, I would do you. I already got the Salamence Mega and ZA, got the Metagross Mega, so yeah, there's only about... How many is that? Let's see, 1, 2... Nope. 3... Potentially 4... 5... 6... 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13 potentially, 14 potentially, 15, 16, 18 potentially, 19, 20, 21, no, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So there's potentially 24 hunts left to do that I'd be willing to do. 4 of those are either desert or cave, so realistically 20 hunts. Actually, that's so much more than I thought. It's a lot more than I thought. Huh. Shoot, now I'm like, I know I said that. Nope, that's a reset. I know I said the next stream would definitely be the Duel Hunt, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe it won't be. And I already, oh, hold on a second. Let me think about this. No, cave humps might be viable. Let me check something real quick. You have battery still? Yes, you do. Did I ever get my remap working for sneaking? Because the whole reason, cave, on water, and desert hunts are a crapshoot is because Deoxys only got away. No, look, it will happen eventually. I promise. I promise. So the reason cave, desert, and on water SOSs are a crapshoot is because unlike every other place you SOS, the counter doesn't stay still; it moves around. And after like the fourth or fifth one, they get super fast and hard to catch. And so it's hard to sneak fast enough and catch them, right? But I think I got my remap. There's an app called Rehid. Is it Rehid? That lets you. I mean, you can't really see it. Let's see what I can do here. No, you can't see that. I guess no, I don't want to. Just take my word for it when I tell you that I have it set up so no matter how far I tilt the D-pad, I'm always sneaking at the max speed. And so maybe it would be, because that's how I got the Torkoal. You still sometimes miss the faster ones, but this definitely makes it more viable. So maybe I will be able to do those hunts. Yeah, I think so. I completely forgot about that until just now. You gonna shut off? You gonna turn off? What are we doing here? Okay. So shoot, maybe we do some of those Omega Ruby hunts. There's a part of me that wants to do XY hunts, but we just had ZA, so everything available on XY is huntable in ZA. And stuff that wasn't. Actually, I don't think there's anything in XY besides Legends that weren't huntable. But I had the entire Living Dex shiny. So I don't know. On the one hand, it would be cool to hunt them in their original games of origin. On the other hand, because they're in ZA, they have their own origin marks that's not shared with any other games. Whereas XY and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire share their origin mark. So it'd actually be kind of cool to only have the Gen 6 origin mark for my Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire hunts to really distinguish them. So I don't think there's any Kalos Pokemon I'm going to shiny hunt. I mean, I have the entire Dex shiny competitive, so I don't know if there's a reason to shiny hunt any of the Kalos Pokemon or any of the Pokemon that appear in ZA, honestly. But since I care about the origin marks and all that, I'm specifically talking about Kalos Pokemon. Yeah, sincerely, genuinely, I have all 69. Well, not 69. It's 69 minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 63. I have all 63 Pokemon in the Kalos Dex shiny already. I mean, it would still be fun to shiny hunt them for other reasons. I just don't know what I would do with them afterwards. Generally speaking, I don't shiny hunt just to have them as part of a collection. I shiny hunt because I intend to use them competitively. So, I don't know. Is this emote still not approved yet? It's still not approved. What is taking so long? I don't know why that's taking so long. I'm really eager to see how Pokemon Home treats the Fire Red Leaf Green transfers when we get bang for those finally. Or, sorry, home for those finally. Because I don't think they'll get an origin mark, because, I mean, I've explained this a bit before. Because the original Gen 3 games are still technically transferable up, and they don't have a mark, I think they'd want to keep parity between those versions of the game and the Switch releases. And so I don't expect that they'll have marks when home compatibility comes out. But I hope they do. I hope they go the way of the Game Boy Color releases on 3DS and give them a little GBA mark. And if that happens, if that happens, I'm going to do a lot more shiny hunting in Emerald when it finally comes out. Because, like, obviously I'm hunting the Deoxys and Fire Red. I feel compelled to also hunt it again in Leaf Green. Well, okay, that's not true. If we get origin marks for the Game Boy Advance releases, I will feel compelled to hunt it multiple times. If not, then I'll be happy with just this one. It's fine, doesn't matter. But if they get origin marks, and I think it's a 50-50 chance. I say I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it's actually like a 50-50 chance at this point. If we get special GBA marks for those releases, it means when Ruby Sapphire this autumn and then Emerald next spring releases, they will also have origin marks. And so I will definitely have to shiny hunt Deoxys on Fire Red, which I'm already doing, Leaf Green, and then Emerald. I'll have to do it. I can't not do it. Then I'm gonna have to shiny hunt Latios and Latios in Emerald. I hope they fix the RNG, because I think there's a precedent for it, because they did fix some bugs in the Fire Red Leaf Green releases. I think there's a chance they fix the RNG in Emerald. I hope they do, because it will make shiny hunting viable there. So assuming all that happens, I'm gonna have to hunt Deoxys Leaf Green, Deoxys Emerald, Latios and Latios, all three Reggies, and probably Groudon and Kyogre. At minimum, those 9. Mm. 10, because the Mew from Emerald. So those 10 at minimum. At minimum, like the most minimal possible minimum, it'll be Deoxys and Mew. But I think I'll probably go further. But that's only if the RNG gets fixed in Emerald. If not, I'm only shiny hunting Deoxys and Mew. I might hunt the others in Ruby and Sapphire. Oh, still got this cat dander in my face. It's helping that my shirt's covered in the stuff now. Man, that'd be so nice if they fixed the Emerald RNG. Like, they're obviously well aware of the problem. Then again, they didn't fix the... They fixed the issue with the roaming legendaries in Fire and Leaf Green disappearing forever. They fixed that, but they didn't fix the IVs always being 0. So I guess there is a chance they don't fix the Emerald RNG. And if that happens, that'll be kind of devastating. It's so hard to do a soft reset in Emerald for anything. Like, if you do the starters, it's one thing, because it's right there in the beginning of the game, so you can just restart quickly. For Deoxys and Mew, though, that's going to be rough. Oh, that's a Nidoran. Is that everything? No, we have one more over here. Because if if they don't fix the Emerald RNG, and I think that's less than a 50-50 chance. I think it's probably like a 30% chance. I'm obviously just throwing numbers out randomly. I don't really have any foundation for these, but I feel like if they fix the Emerald RNG, it's less likely to happen than it is to happen. But if they do, if they don't, I mean, then what that means is after, let's say, a couple hundred shiny checks, the average hunter is going to have to just conclude that they got a bad seed and start the entire game all over again. And that's devastating. When I shiny hunted them, I think it took the better part of a year. Off and on, obviously. But, and this was, I guess it was during my hiatus, because I was definitely streaming by this point. I definitely started streaming. What year did Pokemon Home come out? 2021, right? No, it had to have been after that. It had to have been after I started streaming, but that must have been a hiatus, because I did those right after I did my Badge Master in Coliseum and XD. I'm almost certain I did it around then. Only 14 more cups of tea. Did I hit the button for this one? I must not have, because you said 14, that would be 86. Where the hell are you? Okay. I did say if I lock the hell in, we would probably be at 100, but within the hour. It is 5 till 3, so we're not going to have 100 by 3 o'clock, but we'll definitely have 100 way before 4. It helps when I'm not constantly being distracted by other bullshit. Did I stream the Deoxys? Maybe I did stream the Deoxys one. No, I think I'm just conflating that with the recent Fire Red hunts. But I feel like, did I not at least share my progress in the Shiny Pokemon Discord? I know I've discussed it there, but I don't know. I just don't know. It's been so long. But when I did it, because my understanding is, because of how the RNG is broken, like let's say I boot my save up and I encounter Mew on frame 243, right? If I then reset the game, this is my if I turn it completely powered off or soft reset. When I restart, it's starting from the same seed because the RNG is not properly implemented. And so if I happen to hit A on C243 again, it'll be, or I'm sorry, on frame 243, it'll be the exact same identical Mew every time I hit it on the same frame. And if I recall correctly, for the Mew and Deoxys encounters, I could be wrong about Deoxys. I think there's some background noise that affects RNG, but for Mew, I don't think there is. And so it's entirely dependent on how long you wait before you hit A in front of the Mew. And so, you know, obviously the average player will start timing when they hit A a little bit longer each time to try to avoid hitting the same frame every time. And after so long, you just kind of realize like, oh, well, I'm waiting 10, 20, 30 minutes to finally hit A. And there are timers people use for this, Eon timer and stuff like that, to try to get the timing down to like a precise second, like millisecond. And so if you're seeing that you're just not getting a shiny in all of your early frames, for me, I reset, like I restarted the run after I think an hour of waiting was the max I let myself go to before I said, this is a bad run, we start over. I think. Man, I wish I wasn't talking out my ass here. I really wish I had that all documented. But basically, if you're not getting your shiny in any of your early frames, then you kind of have to restart from scratch, beat the game all over again, and then re-encounter them, and hope that this time around you have a shiny in a relatively early frame. And that's such a crapshoot. Emerald's the only game that happens in. And unfortunately, Emerald's the only game where Mew is legitimately huntable in. So, sucks to suck, I guess. Man, I hope they fix it. It's such an easy fix, too. And now, I know I say this a lot, but like, Game Freak should be, oh, I guess in this case it'd be TPC. TPC should be able to do with their in-house team what a handful of fans have done in their free time 20 years ago. Literally, just patch the ROM with the publicly available RNG fix, and that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. In fact, people have done it on a fully vanilla copy of the game. God, I'm gonna feel like an asshole because I always confuse these two. Papa Hefe and I'm a Blissey are two of the best resources for RNG hunts. And one of them, I want to say it's Papa Hefe, actually came up with a way to, from fully vanilla, unmodified hardware, unmodified software, to patch the game with just an e-reader card. And that is insane. And so if someone like Papa Hefe and like his friends who worked on the patch can do that in their free time, there's no reason TPC can't do it. I highly suggest anyone who's interested in shiny hunting, even if you don't RNG yourself, to check out those videos because they're so fascinating. Like, he was able to create with just RNG, not RNG codes, sorry, e-reader dot codes, in-game events to encounter basically everything. The legendary dogs, beasts, sorry. It's just really crazy stuff. A Jirachi encounter, because Jirachi isn't, there's no Jirachi encounter in the game, period. It's only from distributions. And that's all on completely unmodified games. That's such a cool thing to me. In fact, I thought about where did you go? I thought about getting an e-reader. I used to have one. I used to have the e-reader and the Mario Party e-reader board game, which was lots of fun, by the way. Loved it. I thought about getting it just for that, but when I heard about these, I'm like, maybe I should get one just to try this out. But then I'm like, oh, I don't think I want to spend that kind of money on the cartridges for the games themselves. So it's cool to watch, it's cool to see other people do, but I'm not going to do it. $11 cups to go. Where are you? There you are. Damn it, that's such a cool thing. Like, I honestly wish I had the... I talked about this with my boss a bit when he was stuck in bed a couple months back. He was stuck in bed for like 2 weeks. And he's been really into... Well, he's always known how to code. He's been designing a game for years. And we were talking about, you know, just what goes into it. And I have just the bare minimum understanding of coding. Like, I couldn't do much by myself. My sister could. My sister went to school for all that stuff, among other things. And as someone who is designing an RPG using pre-built tools, unfortunately, it would be so cool to be able to do all that yourself. But unfortunately, I just don't have the time or the inclination to learn. It sounds really lazy when I say it that way. I just don't have the time. And because I don't have the time, I don't have the inclination. But it would be good to learn that, because like I own the domains to 3 websites that I use professionally. And it would be so good to actually be able to just... What did I just encounter? Because this guy was sitting right in front of me. I'm not going to count this. I think that might have been just a completely random Sinistea, sorry. I'm not going to count this on the counter. I genuinely don't know what just happened. Anyway, I would like to be able to do my own website design and all that, but I just don't have the proper education for it. And I wish I did. And I wish I had the time to learn. And I wish I had the inclination to learn. But I just don't. And it's a shame. And yeah, I could vibe code it, you know. And I don't hate the idea of vibe coding something. Like, I understand people who hate generative AI. I get the criticisms. I get the fear surrounding it, right? They're valid concerns. But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't personally use it because of the stigma surrounding it. And as a creative, you know, it would be hypocritical of me to say, well, it's bad for people to use it because it's to some degree theft, but it's okay for me to use it. You know? I understand the stigma, and to a degree I do agree with it. But that being said, I don't care that other people use it. You know? I have no issue with other people using generative AI to make code or to make images, whatever. It doesn't actually matter. And I know people are like, well, that's such a privileged take. That's such a ignorant opinion to have. And I'm like, it's one of the technologies that's just going to keep getting better, become more integrated with how we do things. People, you have to get over it. Yeah, you have to get over it. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's such a useful tool. And you can either learn how to use it or get left behind and cry about it. And so I'm not inherently opposed to vibe coding my websites. It just feels like a lazy, cheap way of doing it. That's not to say that I never will. But as of right now, I'm not going to. I did toy around with what is Anthropic's Claude for a bit, just to... So I'm creating my own... I'm making my own card game, and that's not digital. That's like actual on paper card game. But between making an RPG and designing a card game, and you know, because I love Slay the Spire, I've really wanted to dip my toes into the whole roguelike deck builder genre. And so I spent one evening just playing with Claude. My boss turned me on to Claude. He loves Claude. As someone who, you know, he's got his limitations, Claude is super useful to him. And so he loves it. And so he turned me on to it, and I was playing with it for a little bit. And I did spend one evening just vibe coding my own roguelike deck builder. A very basic thing, but it was functional. And like, I kind of got excited. I'm like, I can see why people like this. I can see why it's appealing, and I can see why it's so useful. But how much of my own principles am I willing to sacrifice for this? And I just don't know what the answer to that is right now. I just don't know right now. I feel like inevitably I will have to just bite the bullet and say, look, this is how it is. You gotta use it. I feel like that's the way things are going, but as of right now, I'm opting out of that. Like I said, I don't begrudge anyone who uses it. I think can be a tool for good. It can be a tool for evil too, don't get me wrong, but any tool can be, right? And so I'm very ambivalent towards it. You know, I don't get into the stupid debates about it on Twitter. I don't go into all that because people on both sides are idiots, honestly. People on both sides are just morons. utterly incapable of nuance or critical thinking. And so I don't get into that. And it helps. I've talked about it a few times. My resolution for this year was to stop arguing with idiots. To stop arguing with people who are just confidently incorrect about shit. Or deliberately incorrect about shit, you know? And in my personal life, that's actually taken me so far. My peace of mind is so much better when... I'm not going to name names because some of these people do occasionally watch my streams. But it does me... My peace of mind so much good. I feel like the cat's out of the box, you can't put it back in. Yeah, the genie's out of the bottle, you know? It is what it is. Yeah, I very much agree with that sentiment. But, so because I'm making such a concerted effort not to argue with idiots anymore, I still sometimes fall into the trap. I still sometimes get baited. My fucking brother baited me into a debate about the moon landing because I don't know that he actually believes it or he just says it to get under my skin, but he's been talking about how the moon landing's hoax, among other things, right? And I'm like, there's no way he actually believes this. I don't, for as much of an idiot as my brother is, I genuinely don't believe he's that stupid. But the way he talks about it, it's the same tired and trite, stupid, ignorant arguments that other conspiracy theorists use. And believe me, I get it. When I was like 19 to 23, I was the biggest conspiracy theorist in the world. You know, the Illuminati, aliens controlled the world, the government. I don't know if I was... I guess I was inclined to believe in lizard people and all that, like everything, the craziest shit. So I get the mentality. I recognize it when I see it now. And it's infuriating listening to people like that. And I don't know if my brother actually believes the shit he says. Like, he's like, well, I don't think the earth is flat, but I think the ice wall is real. And I'm like, and for context, in the flat earth model, the reason we don't fall off the edge of the earth, the reason the water doesn't flow off the edge of the earth is because, according to them, there's a giant wall of ice. Like, think of Game of Thrones, the wall around the entire circumference of the flat earth. And no one ever goes there because every government in the world is colluding to keep us from going there for some reason. Because that sounds possible, you know. In today's climate, political climate, yeah, okay. But anyway, so he's like, well, I don't believe the earth is flat, but I believe in the ice wall. I'm like, how do you square those two ideas? That the earth is a spherical oblong, a sphere, and there's somehow an ice wall surrounding it? Where would this wall be? What exactly is it going around? And so, like, when he says that, I think he's just fucking with me. I think he's just fucking with me, trying to get a rise out of me. But when he talks about the moon landing being faked, I'm like, dude, you can't honestly believe that. I refuse to believe, even you, as stupid as you are, Ryan. The God, I feel so bad saying that because he watches these streams too. You can't be that dumb. It's not possible. But he still maintains it. When I hung out with them last week, we played the Slay the Spire board game for the first time. Well, I played it with them for the first time. And he was going on about it. And I'm like, no fucking way you believe this. Like, fine, the Illuminati, I can see why people believe it, you know. The deep state, yeah, that's obviously a real thing, right? But, like, there's no way you believe that somehow over the last, 80 years since the moon landing, 60 years since the moon landing, that everyone involved has kept their silence. Not a single person has leaked the information. There's no whistleblowers. It just... That all the imagery and footage from every independent resource is all faked. And he's like, well, they're obviously getting paid. I'm like, so you're telling me that Joe Random on YouTube with 20 subscribers, with his footage showing, irrefutable proof, is being paid by government? He's like, yeah, of course they are. I'm like, you can't honestly believe this. You cannot believe this. I refuse to believe. For one, because it's just impossible to believe. And two, because I refuse to believe that anyone I'm related to is that dumb. Like, on the whole, my family's not that smart. We have a few educated people, a few really intelligent ones. I consider myself among those. But most of my family is full of idiots. But not that bad. There's no way. Your brother may just need to use the traumatized emote. Listen. I don't think there's an emote that does justice to how dumb he is sometimes. And I really hope, like, I really hope he's just baiting me. I really hope he's just fucking with me. Because, like, it's one thing to know flat earthers, to know moon landing hoaxers and all that. I worked with one for several years who genuinely believes the Earth is flat. We never went to the moon. Outer space isn't real. That dinosaurs never existed. He unironically believes that dinosaurs never existed and that fossils are planted by the governments of the world to trick us. Why? There's never a good reason for why, but and he used, and I'll name drop him. His name was Scoey. We haven't talked in years. He doesn't follow any of my socials. But such a cool guy, such a chill dude, right? But when it comes to conspiracy theories, it's like he bought stock in the whole notion, right? Like he paid for the top floor in the conspiracy tower, you know? And so like talking to him was like beating my head against a fucking wall. Like it could be entertaining and humorous in the moment, but after a while, it's like, I just want you to shut the fuck up, dude. Also, the fucking traumatizing note still hasn't gotten approved. What is going on here? The other one got approved immediately. Seriously, what is going on here? Now look, full transparency, like I said, I used to be a conspiracy theorist, you know? Listen, this is gonna sound so bad, and I hope this never gets clipped and like widely broadcasted, but when I was in college, in the years, like the year after I graduated high school, I graduated in 2010. From like 2011, maybe 2012, from like that era, from 2011, 2012 until about 2015-ish, I was the most hardcore conspiracy theorist. I didn't believe in everything, right? But the ones I believed in, yo. I believed, and some of these I actually do still believe, right? But I believe, like I said, I believed in aliens control the government. I believed the Illuminati was secretly in control of everything. And the thing about being a conspiracy theorist, like when you actually believe this shit, is it actually messes with your mental really bad. You start seeing shit everywhere that isn't there. You become I became so genuinely paranoid and fearful for my own safety for the things the secret truths I thought I believed. We're officially at 100, by the way. 100 T's smashed. And I remember, and Alejandro could tell. Is this it? God damn it. Okay. Alejandro could tell you this. You should ask him about sometime. There was this time he was spending the night once, because he was dating my sister at the time, so he spent the night a lot. And I was so incredibly paranoid and scared because of the shit I believe, that there was this car parked outside the apartment, and it had been parked there for like 2 days, right? And like I kept seeing it, and every time I saw it made me sweat. I was freaking out. And then the night he was spending the night, I just happened I don't remember what exact context was, but I saw someone in the car just moving around, and this was like 4 a.m, right? And I'm like, oh God, there's someone watching me. I'm like, that car, the people in that car are watching me. They know that I know, right? And I woke Alejandro up just in a panic. I'm like, dude, I'm being watched. Like they're watching the house. And like I was freaked out. You ask him about this. He'll tell you. He was so pissed off at me for waking him up over this shit, because I honestly thought my life was in danger. And looking back, I can't. How did I ever get that crazy? You know. And like, let's put a cherry on top. I used to listen to Alex Jones, you know, the infamous conspiracy theorist, the one who went completely off the deep end after Sandy Hook and got sued and had to pay $1.5 billion in damages that the victims never saw, by the way. They still haven't seen that money. I used to follow him almost like a religion. He had a radio show that he would host every night, and I would go to bed listening to that radio show. It would be the first thing I turned on every night, and it just fed into all that shit. It fed into that paranoia, it fed into those fears. Ironically, it was around the time of the Sandy Hook thing that I kind of started falling out of the whole conspiracy thing, because I realized, are you fucking out of your mind? Like, this clearly happened. And that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I'm like, how could you believe this is not real? And after that, it was like the floodgates opened, and I suddenly started realizing just how ridiculous I was being about everything. And that's when I stopped believing in conspiracy theories. Or I started to stop believing in them, right? Like, I don't believe in... I think something like the Illuminati is possible. I think there's... Okay, there are objectively, demonstrably real organizations that do make an effort to influence our politics and our governance and all that. That's a real thing that happens. Anyone with eyes in their brain can see that, right? I can internally visualize the eye roll from Alejandro. Listen, I think you should ask him just to see what he says. I think it's worth a laugh. But like, I think there could be an organization or organizations that aspire to be what the Illuminati is alleged to be. I believe in the deep state. Let me say that. I definitely think that there are people in positions of power who do influence a lot more of how our government is run than we expect. And just looking at the history of our government, the history of our country, and just how things are now, I don't know how anyone can not believe in that. I think it's pretty demonstrably true that there are wealthy and powerful people who influence our politics. And so whenever someone's like, well, the deep state's not, I'm like, you're an idiot if you don't think it is. I'm okay with you being an idiot. I'm not going to argue with you about it, but you're wrong. So like, I believe in that. I believe aliens exist, and I'm actually terrified of aliens. I always say that the moment aliens touch down on Earth is the moment I cease to exist. I'll put it that way. Because as many professionals have said in this subject, Carl Sagan, for example, if aliens ever do contact us, if they ever do come to Earth, it's not going to be for friendly reasons. And I just am not equipped to deal with that level of existential horror, that I would have to opt out. I think I would have no choice but to opt out of that in that situation. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I would find a fortitude I never knew I had, but the notion of aliens coming to Earth terrifies me more than anything else. So yeah, I believe in aliens. I don't think they're here. I think they could be. I think it's possible that we make contact, but I don't think they're actually physically present. People who don't, like my brother says he doesn't believe in aliens, and I'm like, and my boss doesn't really believe in aliens either, and I'm like, how? And I'm not talking like, big-headed green people, right? I'm talking like just the concept of life existing outside of this Earth. How can you not believe that's real? Just from a statistical standpoint, there's no way, there's no other bacterial, microbial life, or otherwise. I am sadistic enough to enjoy suffering Alejandro will feel in retelling me the story from his perspective. I mean, like I said, there's not a whole lot to retell, but he will tell you how pissed off he was at me. But I just don't know how people can look at the sheer size of the universe, of the observable universe. That's not even talking about what's beyond the observable universe, right? How they can just look at how big everything is. Fractal emotions. Hi, hello, I am freaking out. I just got back-to-back shiny. Which shinies? Which game? I got not back-to-back shinies once, but I got 2 shiny Galarian Corsola in 1 batch of eggs a couple years ago. That's the closest I've ever gotten to back-to-back shinies. But it was like shiny, not shiny, shiny, and that was crazy. I wonder why this emote has not been approved yet. That's really weird. It's been like an hour, hasn't it? What email do I have attached to this account? That could be why I'm not seeing anything. Because Gmail has been... Masada Turtonator? What? Okay, listen. I never used to like Turtonator, but its shiny is super good, right? It has such a good shiny. And I decided, I guess in the last 2 months, as a matter of fact, that I was going to shiny hunt it in Ultra Sun via SOSing. And I got that in like 24 calls. I was so thrilled when I got that. Is that 3? Yeah, that is. Okay. Purloin's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of shiny Purloin, shiny Liepard, but actually that's not true. Shiny Purloin looks good. I don't like shiny Liepard, but that's still awesome that you got those. Turtonator and Purloin. You were playing Sword Shield. I think that's the only game they both appear in the wild. Because obviously it can't be before Gen 7. And Turtonator and Purloin aren't in Scarlet and Violet, so I am guessing Sword Shield. Yes, it's your first... Whoa, in your first playthrough at that. That's crazy. Huge congratulations. Shiny Charm or no? Because if it's no Shiny Charm, that's even more insane. I don't even know if I know my password for this account. Forgot password. Something went wrong. We couldn't... Yeah, I know. I wanted... What is going on here? Charmless? What? That is crazy. You just beat Kabu's gym? Wow. Oh, so you didn't even do it in the wild area daycare. You did it in the daycare in between the first and second gyms. That's even more impressive. I hate egg hatching there. I mean, I guess it's possible you did make it all the way to the wild area breeding place before you got there, but it's a little out of the way and there's some pretty high level stuff in the way, so most people don't, but I guess that is possible. Yo, having a shiny Turtonator for your playthrough is going to be awesome. It's not a bad Pokemon. And its shiny is super clean. I like the blue and like the brown yellow. I just want to sign in. Gosh darn it. Stephen Rich. Oh, I just said my last name out loud. Oops. Well, there it is. Shoot. There, okay, we do have the password saved right here. Thank you. Why didn't you pop up earlier when I was trying to sign in? Because that's not the right password. What the hell? What do you mean it's not the right password? Send a code to my phone, please. Not WhatsApp. No, 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 no. Go back. What are you doing? Why WhatsApp? Just send me a text message. Fine, send it to Gmail. That's fine. I hate. What my client means is Steven is rich. Yes, thank you, Mr. Lawyer, Mr. Attorney. That is what I meant. I see what you did there. Both of the things you did there. I appreciate it. 744641. 744641. Next. We just did that. Fine. Send a verification to my other email. This is annoying. I just want to see my Twitch email. What email do I have attached to this account? Is there any way, chance I've updated it? Because I actually hate this email. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay. I don't even know if I can access that email right now because I'm trying to do this. Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Not going to worry about it right now. I got other shit to do and I have half an hour before I have to end the stream, so. Oh, hold on. I missed a chat. What did it say? Turt's name is Miss Frizzle because I got her on the bus to college. Yo, I love that reference. That is insane. And that also tells me you must be like a 90s, early 2000s kid. And I like that even more. 90s crew, stand up. I don't remember what my shiny Turtonaire's name is. I think I might just call it Bowser because I'm basic like that. No, I didn't. I called it Dragon Catapult Cannon. Or Dragon Catapult? What is a Yu-Gi-Oh card called? 2000s here? Yeah, I thought as much. I thought if you're making a Magic School Bus reference, you must be 90s to 2000s. Wow. What is that Yu-Gi-Oh card called? The one with Barrel Dragon. That's what it's called. Barrel Dragon. That's what I called mine, because that's what it reminded me of. So is Purrloin Arnold being picked on the bus? I don't know if that fits. Damn it, now I'm getting pissed off. That's fine. I will deal with it later. I have other things to do. The thing is, if I don't remember, when I finish with the stream, I have to go do my nightly walk. I can't afford to skip those. So that means when I get back, I gotta address it. I haven't thought of Purrloin's name yet. I don't know a good name for a Purrloin. I know what I would name my Purrloin. But I always name cat Pokemon after my two cats. So I'm basic like that. But after I get back from my walk, and that takes about 40 minutes, then I have to finally sit down and, well, sit down. I have to finally do my meal prep for the week. I can't keep putting that off because otherwise I won't eat tonight. I mean, I guess I have my yogurt, right? But I bought chicken just so I could bake some chicken. And I want that. So I need to, my naming theme is animated characters. Well, Purrloin's kind of sassy. He was a sassy animated character. Let's see. Ignore me, not all my jokes land. It's late for me, so my humor is more quantity. Hey, listen, Garrett. We appreciate the effort. Who was a sassy animated character from the 90s and 2000s? You could call it Angelica. Is that too mean? Is that too mean a name? Yeah, I'm sorry about the freaking ads. Yeah, I apologize. The ads are super annoying. And I could have sworn, I was looking at it earlier when I started the stream, trying to find a way to like minimize them. But apparently with my current settings and my affiliation agreement, I have to keep like a minimum amount. So that's annoying. So I do apologize about that. I hate that for you, but that means you also probably didn't hear my suggestion. I was gonna say a good 90s 2000s animated reference, Angelica maybe, but that might be too mean. But then it got me thinking, what about Sam? What about Sam? Because who doesn't like Danny Phantom? And Sam is pretty sassy. So I don't know. There's 2 ideas right there. Is that T? Nope, that's an Nidoran. Anyway, what I was saying before, all that stuff distracted me. I got to do my walk. That's about 40 minutes. Then I got to come home and do my meal prep, and that's probably going to be an hour, maybe. By that time, I'll be going on 6 a.m. And I guess I don't have... It is Wednesday, right? It's not Thursday? Yes, it is Wednesday. I don't actually have anything going on this morning. So in theory, do I do a second stream? Because obviously I am going to stream at some point Wednesday tomorrow. Usually for Wednesdays it's a evening stream, late afternoon stream. So I don't know. God, my nerves are so itchy all of a sudden. Oh, I apologize for that. What I really should do, I should be responsible. I should, because I have the time, I should do more bulk recording so I don't have to do it Thursday. We're on episode 12 of the Zelda LP, and I'm thinking we're going to finish within 17. I was talking about this during yesterday's stream. Yesterday's stream. Because I had streamed as soon as I got off work. We're on episode 12 of the Zelda LP. And I'm thinking we're going to be done. Did I hit the counter? I don't think I did. Sorry. I think I'm going to be done by 17, possibly 16, because we got through the next part a little bit quicker than expected. What I thought was going to take 2 episodes only took 1. So the next, when I bulk record, I do 4 episodes at a time. That way I can have an episode premiere every day. So even if I can't stream that day, I still have something on the YouTube channel every single day. So what I really should do, if I want to be responsible, since I had the time, I should go ahead and just record the rest of the Zelda LP. And maybe go ahead and do next week's Theme Team Thursdays as well. Because if I'm assuming I will free up again around 6 a.m. I don't go to bed till at earliest 11 a.m. At the latest 2 p.m. Usually somewhere around 1 is the sweet spot for me. So I really have nothing but time. I'm trying to think if there's anything I have to... I have to stop by my sister's to pick up my packages at some point. But I don't expect those to arrive before the end of business hours. And by that point... I guess it depends on how long I sleep, because I overslept for like 2 hours last night. My team so far... Oh, can you just get out of my way, please? My team so far is Noodle the Thwacky, named after a girl in the band Gorillaz. Yo, I didn't even think about animated bands. Yo. What's the correlation between Thwacky and Noodle there? I'm not sure. I get it, but I do love that. I love that. The Gorillaz are amazing. Katara, the Barraskewda. Okay, I get that one. Okarun, the Dan. I don't know anything about Dandanan, so I can't gauge how good a nickname that is for it. Gojo the Saw from JJK. That's good. And Miss Frizzle the Turtle. And the Mystery Purloin. I like Sam for the Purloin, if I'm being honest. I think Sam is a really good name. British monkey themed musical. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It is a monkey, isn't it? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Is the Thwacky female? Is that why you went for Noodle rather than Murdoch? 'Cause Murdoch is personally my favorite character member of Gorillaz. So that would have been, if I was going to name a character after that band, that would be who I would have chosen. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Still, that's a good name. That I think out of everything you've given so far, all the names, I think that's my favorite. Yeah, Russell's good too. Okay, I gotta be honest, they're all good. I really like every character in Gorillaz. But I have a soft spot for Murdoch. I do. I can't lie. Man, that takes me back. I first discovered the Gorillaz way back in. They debuted in 2001, was it? Was that when did the Gorillaz put out their first album? Was it 2001? 2001, yeah. Okay, so Valid Noodle's my favorite. Yeah, I really like Noodle. So this must have been a little bit after. It was probably the summertime when this happened. I first discovered the Gorillaz during really, really late night infomercials. And this must have been in the summertime. Their first album released in March 2001, so this was probably that summer. That summer most summers, I used to spend the nights at my best friend at the time. His name was Christian. I used to stay at his house. And his mom was the cool mom, because in hindsight, she was not the cool mom. She was the bad mom, because there was like no oversight, no rules, eat what you want, stay up however late you want, watch what you want, play what you want. No oversight. But as a child, you think that's really cool, right? And so we would stay up super late. And I distinctly remember that commercial for what I now know as Clint Eastwood came on all the time. And as a child, the imagery of it used to actually scare me a lot. I don't know, I found it really scary. And so that band always stuck with me from that song. And so I've loved the Gorillaz. Well, obviously I didn't love them then, right? But once I discovered what their actual music was like, I realized I really like them. Really like them. And I know it's kind of basic, but Windmill might be my favorite song of theirs. I know. I have so much nostalgia for that period of my life, and everything. And that's, Oh no! Did you miss my story? That's awful. I'm so sorry. Ads again already? No way. Already? That can't be right. Hold on a second. How? I literally changed that right at the beginning of the stream because it was being annoying. It should only be ads every 30 minutes. Yeah, I have it down to the lowest setting. What the am I missing something here? Maybe it doesn't adjust while I'm live. Maybe it will only adjust once I'm done. It might be because I turned off chat filtering. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. I'm sorry, dude. The ads suck. What time is it? It is 3:40. We're at 119. I was honestly hoping to break 150 tonight, but I don't think we're going to make it that far. 25-second ads. Yeah, that's weird. I don't think I've ever heard of that. It must be. What is chat filtering? I don't even know. I've been doing this for 5 years. You would think I would know this stuff. As of early 26, filtering ads and messaging increases. What? What? That's a thing? If someone types a swear word, it won't blur it. Having a filter off affects how frequently you get ads? I've never heard about that before. But I guess maybe obviously, because, you know, I'm not a super big streamer. I think that, hold on, I need to count that real quick. Obviously, my chat's not usually blowing up, so I guess that isn't usually an issue, swearing in the chat. I don't even think I have any kind of filters on my chat, actually, now that I think about it, but I guess it would make sense. Now, I clearly did not step into that. But it's still weird. Choosing not to blur, not to censor, would give you more ads? That's strange. Like, I know when I had it set to the recommend, my ad frequency set to like the recommended number, which I think was, hey, okay, I do have my Twitch account linked to the correct email. Garrett, the trauma emote is now live. And you should get a notification asking for approval of the attribution, by the way. No, it kicks me off stream to change the setting and an ad is forced whenever you enter. What? God, that's annoying. I don't watch streams on Twitch almost ever. I watch, the people I watch stream usually stream on YouTube, and I pay for YouTube Premium because of exactly this issue, because I hate ads. And so I didn't even know that was a thing. Anyway, yeah, the trauma, the updated trauma emote is live now. I don't know why that took so long. We need to click this button though. But yeah, when okay, cool. I had the ad frequency set to like the recommended amount, like the recommended lowest. And I noticed it was being nobody but saying, but no one streams at 8:45 a.m. That's fair, right? 8:45. It's 5 hours ahead for where you're at. Are you in the? Let's see. Hold on. Big Mac is in Switzerland. Netherlands, where it's about 6 hours ahead. Are you in the UK or France? How are we gonna do all this math? I'm in Ireland. Okay, so you are in the UK. Okay, I have a handful of IRL friends who actually live in. Well, I have an IRL friend who lives in the Netherlands, and then I have a few semi-regular chatters who live in the same like rough geographical area, and so I've had to actually learn my time zones for the European area, because I'm United States East Coast, so for us it's going on 4 a.m. Maybe it takes a few minutes to appear. I'm not seeing it yet. The emote or the attribution notification. Because I don't know how that second part works. Apparently that's a new thing on Twitch. So maybe your email. I'm not sure. But the emote should definitely be there. In fact, let me check. Twitch. Let's close this actually. Now if we go here, live, because I'm assuming just like earlier, I can't see it here. Because of, that's not what I want. Go away. Yeah, so over here in OBS, my available emotes still shows the old stuff before I removed the one to make space for that one. But if I come over here, There it is. Send that. Yeah, you can see the eyes a little bit better now. Yeah, I'm glad I made that bigger. Unfortunately, I can't do the Gigantify because I can't choose that from OBS right now. And I cannot seem to figure out how to do it from my stream manager on Twitch. I don't know why. It's being weird. Is that T? That is T. And as I said, this is just a rough emote just to get it made. At some point, probably this weekend, when I'm at work, I will sit down and do a from the ground up, actually like detailed, better resolution emote. Because I don't use the Twitch in-house resizer. I manually resize, and then for the real small ones, like in chat now, I touch them up. So they have a little bit more detail even when they're small. Because when you use the resizer that Twitch offers, you lose a lot of detail. And I'm not down with that. Increase that T. How crazy would it have been if we got this shiny tonight? You know what I should do? I really should. Am I really going to go back and watch those VODs to see what I'm at? Am I stupid enough to go back? I mean, I've only streamed this hunt twice, right? So far? I'll have to go back and look how long those VODs are. If they're not terribly long, I will sit down. God, I hate the idea of even doing that. I will sit down and count out how many total I got before tonight's stream and add them to the counter. Because I would like to have an actual accurate counter. Like with Deoxys and the Duel Hunt, I'm just going to have this estimate. I know we estimated that we were just over 8,000 on Deoxys and double odds on the Pikachu. So I'm just going to ballpark it for those. In fact, I think I'm going to just set both to 8,000. Because, can you go away? Sorry, I just want to see if I copy and paste if it would work. Is it still not showing up as an available emote for you? Is it not just Sevhen Trauma? Interesting. What if I do it over here? Sevhen Trauma. What the hell? Not yet for me, but it might show up later. Why does it work that way? Does it actually care about capitalization? Because that could be the problem. No, yeah, okay, let's try it. Sevhen. Damn it. Okay, let me try something else. Let me try something else. I must get to 130. I'll get to 130, don't worry. Let me try something. Sevhen Hype. Okay, so that does work. So, does it... Okay, I think capitalization might matter, actually. Sevhen Hype. It does matter. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would not have included capitals. Can I edit that? That's annoying. Sevhen Trauma. There it is. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I will have to lurk to lurk in 10 minutes. College starts. I need to. Hey, that's perfectly fine. I actually have to end the stream in about 10 minutes myself. So it was awesome having you here. It was amazing hearing your shiny story. That's some insanely good luck for that early in the game. And I really hope your run goes well. But I do appreciate having you here. And hopefully, maybe I'll catch you next time I stream. It'd be nice to see you around. Can I not edit these? Because now I'm... Yeah, I'll see you next time. Hey, excellent. Excellent to hear. Thank you so much for the follow. You have a fantastic day with college, and I hope the rest of your run goes well. Excited to hear updates. Can I edit these? Oh no. I don't think you can. Which means... Shoot. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna have to look into that, see if you can edit it. If there's some way I'm just not seeing. That's a Nidoran. Because maybe there isn't, I'm just not seeing it. But can I rename it here? No? Before I go poof, what are you doing exactly? I am hunting for the authentic form Shiny Sinistea. It's so Sinistea. This is your first playthrough, so maybe you don't know this. Sinistea and its evolution, Polteageist, have two forms: authentic and counterfeit. It's only an aesthetic change, cosmetic. There's no stat or move difference between the two. But the authentic form is, I think it's like 1 to 20 rarity, much rarer. And so hunting that form is super hard. But in the DLC, there's an area, the area I'm at now, where that form spawns more frequently than its counterfeit form. And so when you have the overworld spawns like this, where they're already, where you can see them rather than random encounters, when you knock one out, there's a 50% chance it is replaced by the same Pokemon, including the form. And so previously what I did was I encountered, in this spot, this patch of grass, 3 Pokemon can spawn overworld. And what I did was I KO'd them until I saw Sinistea, then I would save and catch it. And if it was authentic, I would reset and leave that spawn alone. And then I go to one of the other 2 spawns and do the same thing until I had all 3 of those spawns authentic. So now, whenever I knock one out, there's a 50% chance that the next overworld spawn will be an authentic Sinistea. And so my goal is to eventually get a shiny. And I won't know whether it's authentic or counterfeit until either I wait for it to do the little animation so I can see the symbol, or just catch it, and I'm just going to catch it. And if it's shiny, when it's shiny, if it's authentic, then I've succeeded. If it's counterfeit, I'm going to reset. Because I want the authentic. This is the rarest and hardest hunt in Sword and Shield, and it's one of the hardest and rarest hunts in the series as a whole. So for that reason, whenever I encounter those first 3, I don't increment the meter because it's always going to be the same Sinistea every time. But the following spawns, like this one right here, I do need to increase because that's a whole new spawn, so it could be shiny. The method is called T-smashing. If you're ever interested in looking up like how it works, just look up T-smashing on YouTube and you'll get a much better explanation than I can provide. And this works for any Pokemon that appear in the overworld like this, like that Vanillux or Vanillish. If I were to knock that out, it'd be a 50% chance of another Vanillish replacing it. And so using that method, you can shiny hunt basically anything that appears in the overworld like that. Is that T? That is T. Oh, fun. And don't worry, I have played... Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, okay, you knew about the Sinistea differences. Gotcha. I wanted to be sure just in case that, sometimes when... Like, I know when people talk to me about stuff and I have no idea what they're talking about and they just assume you know everything. It's like, hold up, back up. What are you talking about, So I was trying to be thorough in my explanation. But good, you do have that context. That's a Nidoran, so we reset. And so now the original 3 authentic will still be there. I'll knock out the first one, and if it's a Sinistea, I'll encounter it, knock it out. And if it's not, I move on to the next one and repeat. That's T. It'll be so nice when I stream tomorrow and have the actual pad with me right here on my lap, so I don't have to reach and click the mouse every time. Although since I'm sitting up, I could just hit the button on my keyboard, but that's the whole reason I'm getting the Bluetooth pad, so I can sit back like I was and just click it without having to reach forward and do it every time. That's T. See, Garrett, I told you we'd get the 130 before I left. Last one, make it shiny. Yeah, right. I got 2 minutes, yo. I'm not stopping until 4 o'clock on the dot. $4 o'clock on the dot, and then we call it. Now, I guess I could get unlucky and just they refuse to spawn for the next minute and a half, but positive thinking. See, 131. I told you. But now, how crazy would it be if we did get the shiny in the next minute? T. Yeah, so we didn't get the... What did I say I was hoping to get to? 200? We didn't get anywhere near that. I was hoping to get to 150, but that's fine. That's fine. And like I said, I will sit down and watch back those VODs and just get a rough estimate of how many we've done so I can add this to the counter. Oh, that's a vanillish, whatever that thing's called. And like I said, for the dual hunt, I'm gonna just put both of them at 8,000. Because I know for a fact we're double odds for the partner cap, so that would be just over 8,000. And for Deoxys, I'm pretty sure we're sitting right at, if not just under odds. So I'm just gonna ballpark it, and we're going to assume that that's correct. All right. So this obviously isn't gonna be it, but we will check. We'll keep going until the next spawn isn't a Sinistea, and then we're gonna have to call it. Fingers and toes crossed. That's a Sinistea. Oh well, that's a letdown, isn't it? All right. Well, it's 4 o'clock, and I have stuff to do. I will obviously be back tomorrow evening at some point to... We won't be continuing this hunt, but rip, yeah, sorry, dude, I'm sorry. I'm thinking we might actually do an Omega Ruby hunt. I'm gonna look through those 20-ish Pokemon to see if there's anything I want to... that I feel really excited about, really good about. And if so, we will hunt one of those, if not more. I know I say this every time we stream a shiny hunt. The dual hunt, Deoxys and partner cap Pikachu will come back eventually. I promise it will. I promise it will. But probably not tonight. But one way or another, we'll be back later tonight with more shiny hunting. So heading to bed. Yeah, Garrett, thank you so much for hanging out. I always appreciate having you here. You have a good sleep. Fractal, yes, it was awesome having you here. I loved hearing about your shinies. Good luck with your classes today. Hopefully I'll hear you this evening and you'll have more shiny stories for me. If not, that's cool too. But y'all have a fantastic day. Until next stream, thanks to everyone who came out tonight, and I will catch you guys later.